All right. So, what's the first topic of conversation, Mike?
First topic of conversation. Actually, last week, let me remind the listeners who didn't hear last week's show. All right.
Yeah.
You got an email from some guy called Alan. Right.
Yes.
And basically, he was just asking you to. He said he saw your reel on YouTube, innit?
This is what he says.
Go
so
on.
let me go back to the original email just to recap so everyone knows. Right. So like I was saying last week, minding my own business. You go through your emails. See if there's anything interesting there, and it's usually the same old stuff. You signed up to this thing 3 years ago, and we're still sending you rubbish about it.
Okay.
Right? So I was like, all right, didn't think anything of it. Then I come across an email just entitled AH. Yeah, it was intriguing.
Right.
So I open it up, obviously, and I start reading, and this is what it says. So it says, hello, I saw your reel on YouTube and thought I'd get in touch about a project I'm managing. Before I get into the details, I wonder, are you open-minded? The project is well paid and involves non-sexual, full frontal nudity. Though it will never be shown online, only in private. Lots of people are, as is their prerogative, against being naked on camera. So this is the easiest way of finding people who are comfortable with the idea without bombarding you, with lots of information. That being said, I really hope you're interested, as I'm very keen to bring this project to life. Thanks for your time, and I hope to hear back from you soon. I have information about self-film audition task, if you are interested in finding out more and perhaps proceeding from there. All the best, Alan.
Okay, and
So-
we won't go too deep into what we discussed last week, but I think we established that you would end up being bound, oiled and gagged.
Well, it's an odd request, Mike.
Yeah.
It's not the sort of thing I usually get. It's
Yeah.
like,
But it's going to end up with you like in some scene from that film 7 or 8mm. Is it 8mm?
there's 8mm and then there's 7. Yeah, Nick Cage 8mm.
Yeah. Okay.
With the snuff film.
I was mixing that up with 8 Mile.
No.
That'll
So
be
we're going back to the
bad
rapping
twist.
again, Mike.
Yeah. No, we're not doing.
Imagine
it,
if that's how it ended up.
No, you're not.
And it turned out, forget about the nude pictures, man. You got bars, son. And I rapped my way out of it, Mike. He was approaching me.
Your dream of being
oil.
a rapper hero is never going to happen. All right. So
cool.
let's just stop.
You don't know. It's something you don't know what you can come
I
up
do
with
know.
on the spare of the moment. You know what I mean? Say if I'm trapped in a room with this guy, he's got the baby oil and the feather duster, and he's
You start
approaching me.
rapping your way out of there.
I start busting some rhymes, and he's like, his head starts bobbing and his foot starts tapping, and all of a sudden he's like, yeah, man, hipper to the hopper, and you just don't stop. And and then I kind of rap around him while he's in the throes of dance. He's busting the move. He's doing that thing, you grab your ankle and you jump through. He's trying to do that. He didn't do it the first couple of times, but he didn't give up. You know what I mean? He got up and he's tried again. While he's doing that, I'm edging towards
You're
the door.
doing this while being bound and gagged.
No, I'm not while being bound and gagged. I'm not bound and gagged yet. I'm avoiding that part of it. He's
By
approaching
rapping.
me. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Because I spit hot fire, Mike, and you know this. So when I come in and I'm dropping the bars, it's like, what?
I was expecting you to add something to that. And
What do you mean?
as an example of your rapping.
Okay, you want to rap, Mike?
No, I don't want to rap.
No, do you want me to rap for you?
No.
You have that little faith in me. No, just this isn't going to go.
I
anywhere,
believe
right?
you will do
Listen,
something.
The point is, right, that's how I get out of it. I do the rapping, and then it's like, and
your
he turns
rapping is
around.
so awful. You just said, "Get out, get out of here, man."
Well, wait, win-win. You know
You're
what
not
I mean?
even worth killing.
You're not even
Okay,
like that was on the cards.
probably.
Well,
If he's sending, look, what is AH? I mean,
yes.
AH is the name of this guy.
Yeah, his
All
name
right.
is. Well, from his email address, it's Alan Hammerstein.
Hammerstein.
Yeah, it sounds like a man who takes his time. It's tender.
Kind of like Weinstein. Kind of email. I would imagine that those sort of characters might be sending.
I mean, it's very considerate. I'll give it that. I mean, it's a lot more, well put together than send nudes. You know what I mean? It's like, okay,
I guess so. It intrigued you,
it was. It's
and
intriguing.
you apparently you did send him a response.
Well,
but you
after all the
couldn't find
pressure from last week, from you mainly, saying to email him back to see what would happen.
So what did you write him? I mean, I know you said your email hasn't backed up. We had to explain this. Some long thing. But basically, David's email on his phone hasn't backed up.
Okay, but that's
whatever.
fine. They don't really need to know.
Well,
That's the point is, I did email him back just to see, just to get him to, explain himself a little bit better. And I just basically said, thank you for the email. I'm a little taken back, obviously. It's not the sort of thing I usually receive. And I'd just like to know, firstly, what was it about my profile that made you want to contact me for this specific project? And then also, what does it entail? And, just a bit more about what the process is. You know what I mean? Is it going to be like, a full production team, or is it just going to be you and me in a basement somewhere? So
I think we know what it's going to be.
Well, it's nice to make sure, nice to make sure everyone's on the same page, Mike. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? And I need to know whether to dress nicely or bring a knife.
Full frontal nudity.
Well, what? No clothes. There's what you're saying. Just a bathrobe.
That's what I would take.
Just
from that email. You're still asking about clothes.
Well, I want to know I don't want to seem rude or ignorant about the situation.
Look, you don't have to turn up there naked. I mean, that's just common sense. You're just got to draw attention to yourself.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'll get into more trouble on the way there than actually.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah. So anyway, I sent this email to Alan, and he's yet to reply. I think I got a bit too.
When did you send it?
Sometime last week, a couple of days ago, let's say. Okay. So he's had a few days to reply, but no message from Alan.
Maybe he's busy on another production.
Maybe somebody agreed to it, and he's like, I don't need him anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's back up.
Yeah. So lucky me. You know what I mean? So yeah, that was a very interesting situation, but I don't know if this is a regular thing. Is this what people are doing now?
Well, let's ask. Anyone get any weird emails like what Dee just got?
I didn't just get it.
You just get it. I don't think it matters when you got it. The fact is, this guy saw you on the internet and felt that this is a guy that I think he might be up for some full frontal nudity that won't be on the internet, despite the fact that he contacted you on the internet.
Yeah, I mean, from the brief email, he sounds like a man of his word. Hammerstein. He's a man who gets things done. You know what I mean?
Done. Do you want to get done?
No.
Someone's going to get done.
Yeah, it was an interesting adventure, I guess. But,
well, if he does get back to you, right, and he's like, look, man, forget all this email stuff, right? Let's just have a drink. Let's just go have a drink. Come on, D. He's on first name terms with you now.
Yeah, he really wants to build this friendship.
I think once you've exchanged about 3 emails, you kind of tone it down, because I do that at work. In my Bruce Wayne part of the day, right? I'd be like, dear Mrs. Fox, all right.
Is this
and then by the time they've come back to me twice, I'm like, yeah, how's it going, Jane? I don't really say
right,
that.
me old mucker.
Yeah.
How's it going, you rancid fondler?
Who says that?
I don't know. I mean, maybe you got that kind of relationship.
No.
Just a little
you
too
rancid
friendly.
fondler.
Yeah,
who would say that to a woman?
Lads joking about, eh?
Oh, I said Jane Fox.
Come on, you bellend. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff.
You say the strangest things to women. Is that what
I'm different. I'm a maverick, Mike. They don't know what they get with me. You know what I mean?
You call women bellend.
Some of them, they enjoy it.
All right.
So
I've got nothing to add to that.
It's all in the spirit of good fun.
You're fun.
I'm a fun guy.
You are.
So
yeah. So, you're going to see a film tomorrow, apparently, but we're not going to go over it because we spoke about it last week.
Yeah.
But are you excited about it?
I am. I have to say that little childhood nostalgia has kicked in.
He's talking about Ghostbusters.
Yeah, I was.
What's this one called?
Is it Ghostbusters Afterlife? So
clever.
Clever. I mean, it ties into the whole spiritual realm as well. The Ghostbusters part wasn't enough, because they might think, are they really talking about ghosts?
Or are they talking about cars? Is that what
different types of cheeses?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But so it's the the trailer looks very slick, and
it has to, isn't it?
Oh, of course. Yeah, I mean, they're gonna, pumping a lot of time and energy into making it look like the best Ghostbusters since the original Ghostbusters. So, which is a mean feat, clearly.
Okay, yeah.
So, because of all the competition, but so it looks like it's going to be fun. Yeah. I'm not expecting too much. It's obviously not going to be winning any Oscars, but
But I mean, you're expecting to be at least entertained and like, I had a good night out. This was a good movie.
Yeah.
They didn't screw with my childhood in any way.
As long as Bill Murray doesn't start breakdancing, or
he's not going to breakdance.
Ernie Hudson starts, doing card tricks or some stupidness. You know what I mean? So
yeah. Here's the thing. How many lines do you think Ernie Hudson's going to have in this one?
3. 3. And
3 lines.
Yeah, and I think one of them is going to be a throwback, obviously, to the original film.
I love this town.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's going to say it in a way like a kind of ennui. I do love this town.
Yeah. And then he'll turn to the camera.
And you'll know. And then everyone will be like, it's Winston! The reason why I came to see this film! Oh, I could leave now.
Ernie Hudson.
You're
my hero.
Ghostbusters. You make me fly.
Yeah. You reckon they'll bring back Rick Moranis?
I mean, I don't know if there'd be any point in it. I mean, I guess to an extent, it'd be nice, but
you know what? Let's not bother.
Missed?
Yeah, because I mean, they're not going to bring back Sigourney Weaver, are they?
No, I don't know. I mean, you see, this is a kind of warning bells to me. When you start bringing back the original cast, it's like, so you've got no faith in the film you're making now. You have to bring in. You might as well just watch the original if that's what you're going to do. I mean, I don't mind little nods here, little Easter eggs and that. But if you're just going to rely mainly on the fact that, remember all the good stuff from the first one? Well, here it is again,
Okay.
So,
well, let's just see how this one goes.
Yeah. So,
I'll tell you what I saw a trailer for, a brief trailer. I think it's called, and anyone who's out there who's got like Netflix, I think it's on Netflix, and it's called True Story.
Okay.
Right.
So what's this about?
It's got Kevin Hart. Wait for it. Wait. And Wesley Snipes.
I did hear something about this.
So Kevin Hart, I think this is like his acting movie.
Oh, he's trying
because he's obviously been trying to climb back to Hollywood ever since they just messed with him on the whole Twitter. Was it the Twitter thing?
Yes, when he was supposed to host the Oscars.
Oh yeah. And I was like, not anymore. You know what I mean? So
get to the back of the line.
Yeah. Go back to stand up. So anyway, he's clawed his way back. He's trying to stretch himself. Well, I'm not sure how much he's stretching himself because he's actually kind of playing a comedian. So not stretching himself.
It's like a kind of self-reflective kind of. This is what my life is really like. That kind of.
No. Because I think Wesley Snipes plays his brother, unless what you're saying, Wesley Snipes is actually his brother, right? Which I have a feeling there's some people who would actually believe that.
Well, yeah. I mean, remember they used to get like Chris Tucker and Chris Rock confused.
I know.
So,
who do you reckon was more insulted out of the two? Because if I was Chris Rock, right, and someone's like, "Yeah, man, I love you in that movie," and you're like, "Yeah, thanks, man," and then he's like, "Yeah, you and Jackie Chan, man." It's like, "Nah, man, that ain't me." I'd be a bit annoyed.
It depends. I mean, there's like Stephen Baldwin from the Baldwin Brothers is famously known for just taking credit for anyone's work. So if they say like, hey, it's you, man, I loved you in, Glengarry Glen Ross, and
yeah, he'll take it. That's fine.
Oh yeah,
but his brothers understand that. We know you ain't on our level, so we'll let you have that. Whatever.
We'll let him have it. Like they're gonna turn up. They're gonna drive up.
Apart from
while he's having a conversation. No, shut up. That wasn't you. Stop doing this. Do you know who he is? He's Stephen Baldwin, the smallest and weakest of all the Baldwins.
I don't think they care anymore. It's like, you have that.
But that's what you said. Because I mean, even if they say, "Oh yeah, were you in that?" That film, The Shadow. It's like, yeah, that movie sucked. Well, that wasn't me. That was my brother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay,
he's got
that. I mean, but I think he's on. Anyway, let me not get myself sued, but I don't even know what I'm talking about. Let's be honest.
I'm so glad you're here today, Mike.
So am I. Right.
So yeah, but I mean, as to characters or different actors being, well, you know what it reminds me of? Like we was talking about Chris Rock and Chris Tucker. Do you remember in school, right? Now, obviously, we grew up at a different time, and schools were not as diverse as they are now. So chances are you'd probably be one of maybe 2 black kids in your whole year.
You look like Lenny Henry.
Oh my God.
You got Lenny Henry in it.
I got Lenny Henry. I got Will Smith. I got Eddie Murphy. Just any famous
you look
black
like
person.
None of those.
No, but to them, it was like, you're a black guy telling jokes just the same as all the other black guys telling jokes. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. I mean, you're going to get that.
What was the worst? What was the worst comparison that you ever had?
What, to a famous person?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You look like Morgan Freeman. Did someone say
no,
that to you?
No. Look, when I'm 80, I would still be insulted. No, maybe not. I'll be like, thank you.
Well, that depends. I mean, if they're talking about Morgan Freeman when you're 80, that's probably not going to be that much of a compliment.
No, I won't mind because I'll be 80 years old.
And how old will Morgan Freeman be?
Yeah, well, they say you look like Morgan Freeman when he was 80. That's what they would say, obviously. Well, not now.
Well, yeah. I mean, but when is Morgan Freeman ever
Who goes around insulting old people about how old they look? No one does that shit.
I mean, maybe they don't see it as an insult. Maybe it's just like a misplaced compliment. You know what I mean? It's like,
I've never had Morgan Freeman, no.
No, okay.
I'm trying to think. Someone said I look like Samuel Jackson.
Why is that?
And I was like,
just because the bald head. Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, but he's about 72. Seriously. But then they're like, is he 72? Oh, I thought I'm sure they counted some rubbish like, I thought he was in his 40s. I'm like, but how does Samuel Jackson, when was Samuel Jackson last in his 40s? It was probably at least 40 years, no, not 40 years ago, because then he would be 80 something years old.
Well, I don't think he's far off. I mean, I'm sure like when he was in Coming to America,
he must have been.
Yeah, he was.
He weren't 25. Let's be honest.
No, he was definitely late 30s at best.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But he's always had that wily look about him. Like, even if he's old,
I mean, he looks good for his age.
Yeah,
because I don't think I'm going to be looking like that at that age if I get there.
Well, he's hoping. But yeah, I mean, Samuel Jackson's on another level, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, he's been smart about the way he does it. You know what I mean? He's kind of taken the Liam Neeson route of action movies where you'll see him
doing too much.
Yeah, he's not. He's more about the attitude. You know what I mean? It's like, hey boy, you don't want to mess with me because I got special skills. It's like, you're no black man, you can't do nothing. And then he'll throw like a teacup or something.
He'll throw a teacup and then order a helicopter to shoot you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's it. And then there was.
But Liam Neeson tries to do physical stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, he'll tell you, I'm going to punch you in your face, and then go and then you have like several cuts
for the one punch. Yeah.
You know, I mean, let's face it, he's not.
Well, I always love to see Liam Neeson running in films. It's like it almost gives you a seizure watching all the different cuts. It's like, here's the back of his feet, here's the side of his feet, here's his shoulders, here's the back of his head,
and
here's
running
him from
for time.
far away. Yeah, it would seem so, but in reality, it's probably.
I mean, in real life, how far do you reckon you could run at full pelt?
We're talking about, like if you're being chased by a dog kind of running. You know what I mean?
And in that sort of running, you're going to get tired quicker because of all that nervous energy and panicking and shit.
Yeah.
You're going to be not breathing right. You're not going to be holding your athletic form whilst running from a rabid
scramble
dog.
Than a run. It's like,
falling over and stuff.
That kind of noise.
Yeah, I would never make that noise.
What's wrong with that?
It's bad enough that I'm running from a dog, right? But I'm not going to.
But you're trying to noise. Say if you're trying to breathe,
because that's what everyone will remember.
Yeah,
but you making that bitch noise.
Yeah, but hopefully they'll see that you need help and they'd come to your aid. You're not just gonna say this guy sound like a bitch, and then just watch you getting yammed up by a dog.
That's exactly what they will think.
I would have saved you if you were such a bitch. No, the dog. You know what I mean? It's like, put yourself together, man.
Well, look, it's just not a good look, is it?
I can just imagine you getting savaged on the floor by dogs and man's like, just firm it, bruv, innit? What's wrong with you? Just get up, man.
Be a man.
And take that ass whooping.
Yeah, man, you know to be doing that bitch noise anyway.
You know the thing about it is as well, getting attacked by a dog is one thing, but get attacked by a dog in this kind of cold as well.
Oh, man.
Can you imagine? You wouldn't even know if you were getting bitten or not. You'd be numb until the pain kicks in.
How are you managing the cold, by the way? Because anyone who's in the UK at the moment should know
the cold,
how cold it is.
Cold is not rampant right
still
about now.
Cold air. There's no wind,
it's
which is good.
it's like angry cold. Like if you come outside, it will attack you. It doesn't like people.
It's one of those ones where, you know, if you was on a bike and you were riding down a hill or something, right?
Yeah.
And someone flicked your ear, it would literally snap off like a crisp. Like if you flicked a hula hoop.
Yeah.
That's what would happen.
You wouldn't even feel it for a while.
Just
say, hey, that looks like somebody's ear. Oh shit!
You know, like in them films where they do that cryogenic stuff and then someone just shatters. That's what.
You're talking like Time Cop.
That's how cold it is outside right now.
It is ridiculous, man. But I tend to find that if I'm out, I mean, I like to take style over substance, shall we say? So I should just get like a really big, you know, massive coat, just encompass myself. But it's like, no, I want to accessorize. I want to have a scarf. I want to have the lapels up. You know what I mean? I have the gloves on.
I know what you mean. I do that as well.
And I got like, you know, the fingerless gloves, Mike. I know you hate them, but I feel like
stupid invention.
I feel like it's practical.
How is all right? You explain how, and you know what? For the listeners, please get in contact with us about this foolish idea that Dee is about to explain.
You're missing out, man.
All right.
I don't think you
okay,
understand
so
the
the number is 07983 833 661. Get in contact with us. David is about to explain.
Are you ready? You ready for the magic behind fingerless gloves?
The magic, and the use and the practicality.
Exactly.
That you think there is for the.
Well, firstly, right, you got the best of both worlds. You know what I mean? You're wearing gloves, yet you're not wearing gloves. It's like witchcraft. You understand? And then the palms and the back of your hands stay warm, but you're still able to reach into your pocket and, you know, take out a 50p piece if you need to. You can distinguish between coins. You can find keys. You know what I mean? That pen, you know, you can get hold of it.
You know what? I totally understand.
You know what I mean?
There is a logic.
Yeah, and you can also take your hand out of your pocket without everything else flying out because of a magical friction that's now just appeared between the glove and whatever else is in your pocket. All those little things, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because, you know, when you're freezing cold enough to be wearing gloves, you fancy getting a pen out because you've got to be writing.
You might need to. Yeah. You knows what's going to happen. You know what I mean? You don't be fumbling.
At no point in my life has I ever been out.
Well, you ever used a pen?
No, listen, when it's freezing cold outside, right?
Yeah.
And then someone's asked me to write something. That's like fighting talk. Are you mad?
You mad, bro? You don't look like some kind of writer.
Like, let's say it's like shit, in our heyday in the 90s, and you're walking down the road, you've got your big Nokia phone in your pocket or something, and your mate ain't got a phone yet because not everyone had.
Not everyone had a phone,
right? Yeah. But you're one of those guys.
I'm on the.
All right, and you're walking down. It's November, late November. It's cold. You're walking down a South London street, and you buck up with one of your compadres and he's like, yeah man, what are you saying? Yeah, blah 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 blah. Yeah, take my number, man. You better have a mobile phone because you better tap that shit in because I'm not writing nothing down for you. You understand? How you expect me to take my hand out of the cup? You know how close my hands are to my legs right now. So you talking about?
Is this one of them conversations you see man having where all the shoulders are scrunched up?
Yes.
And they're doing that slight hop, just trying to keep.
Well, you know them ones where you
firmly in pockets.
Yeah, that's it. Bruv, you even pull your jumper down and then, you know, to even hold it in with some of your fingers to keep everything in place.
It's that kind of cold.
That's it.
Yeah, I think that's impractical. You can't ask someone to start writing shit in that kind of condition.
Exactly.
I mean,
exactly. So my point is, and if I'm that cold, I ain't got time to be counting money. All right.
So say you go into, like, you know, local kebab shop. Like,
I'll be in the shop. If it's freezing cold in the shop, right, then I don't want no kebabs from there. Why are you going into a freezing cold shop?
Maybe it's a kebab stall. Maybe he's on the side of the road. He's starting out, Mike. He's got himself.
Would you eat from a kebab stall in the middle of winter?
It depends how hungry I am.
I'm sure that meat or whatever he's got there is going to be safe to eat.
Back then, I was more likely to take risks. Mike. I was more likely to buy food from street vendors and just suffer the consequences. It was, you know what I mean? It was a crazy time.
That's like the same as you buying a dead rat from a tramp.
That's not the same. I think that's an exaggeration. A dead rat from a tramp. Is this what's happening? Tramps are willingly selling dead rats. To who? Who's buying dead rats? Who's doing
someone who might have a snake that is hungry.
So that's the best place to get rats from tramps, as I say. I think
not all of them have.
No, there's one tramp out there cornering the rat market. That's it. No one else around here sells rats. Only me. That's
I feel like they're more likely to know where
you can get a dead rat. I agree with you. I think tramps are more likely to know where you can get a dead rat from. Constantly being bombarded.
We've learned something today.
By people.
Today. This is the show.
This is what it's divulged into. The second episode, rats and tramps. Wow, I had such high hopes.
You did.
This is what it's come to.
You can only dig up.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, but your whole thing about the fingerless gloves, the whole point of a glove is to do what?
Well, to keep protect your hands warm.
Yeah. You know when? I'll give an example. When mountain climbers are climbing K2 or Everest, right?
Yeah.
You notice that they have gloves.
Yeah, and also gloves. Notice that they're on a mountain.
Yeah,
so
but it's cold. Because it's the cold. It's not just because it's a mountain.
I'm pretty sure it's because they're up a mountain.
Yeah, but even let's say you had a hot mountain, they wouldn't be wearing a glove.
Hot mountain.
Yeah, that would probably be a volcano. So that there's a whole new set
no need for gloves there either.
No, so probably some sort of suit and mask and own supply of oxygen would be useful.
Yeah,
but in this scenario, when they're climbing those mountains, right? The reason why they can protect their hands because if they don't, their fingers are going to snap off like twigs.
Yeah,
right?
That's just
that's
ridiculous.
Because we need our fingers.
Yes.
There's no point. Let's say if I was in the Antarctic, right, and someone said you can have fingerless gloves,
right?
I mean, you'd just be annoyed. So you're just going to be left with stumps.
I don't see why they would offer you fingerless gloves if you're in the Antarctic.
Because they're useless.
Up a mountain, I agree with you. Yeah,
but any extreme cold, they are useless.
All right, so that means let's say you're going out right now. So I'm going to the shop. Right? You put your coat on, your hat on, and your shoes and everything. To go to the shop.
Yeah.
Now, if you was halfway to the shop and someone pulled up and says, "Oi, Mike, you need to go up K2 right now," and you're like, "All right, have we got any equipment?" No, you got coat and hat on. Yeah, get up there. Would you not see a problem with that? And gloves.
And gloves.
Full-fingered gloves, Mike.
Yep.
Oh, you're prepared.
Let's go.
That's it. Not a problem in sight.
I'm glad you understand. What's your point here?
I just feel like the situations are not exactly the same. I mean, I get it. But I mean, I feel like with fingerless gloves, you got that added, accessibility. You know what I mean? But I mean, obviously, if I'm putting my hand in like freezing cold water, then that's not really gonna benefit me. I mean, what I'm saying is the situation is different. You know, there's a level. If it got ridiculously cold in the street, like I was up Everest or some shit, then I'd have to start rethinking my
Once
wardrobe.
It's like 0 degrees outside, that's actually. You know what that is? That's nature saying, I can kill you right now.
Like we didn't know before. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, but sometimes we walk around, we think, nature's on your side. It ain't on your side, you know.
Well, I mean, listen, even in this weather right now, I've seen some people risking their lives now.
Yeah.
I saw a guy at a building site. I mean, admitting he's on the building site. Now, as cold as it is, and this is the morning, so this must have been around 10 o'clock in the morning, maybe 9:30.
Okay.
He's on the building site in shorts.
Right? Yeah, I've seen guys but those are those builders with those thick calves and stuff. True. Where this is like a tree trunk that just goes into a foot. Yeah, those guys can handle that. That's in their blood.
It'd have to be because I don't know how.
I saw a woman yesterday walking up the road, and it was about 6 o'clock in the evening or something like that. But it was freezing outside, and her kid just had like a light cardigan on and a vest. I was like, what are you doing?
You're turning into one of them black dads, isn't it? Where's this child's hat? What is this?
Seriously, I'm like, no, that is ridiculous.
Maybe that's what it is, though. I mean, if you expose them to that level of temperature at such a young age, then if you're lucky,
they'll get
in
pneumonia.
About 20 years, they might be a builder, Mike. Imagine that.
That's why
this
woman was doing this to her daughter.
Yeah, so she can be a builder for 20 years.
All right, you know what? You just reminded me. We got a text last week, which we didn't respond to because it was just too late, really.
Okay. Just couldn't be bothered, Mike.
No, it was too late. It was from our friend Pavlos, and he was asking us if we should, if there are movies that we've watched where we could actually relate to a character, and I'm assuming he's talking about a character's motivations or their plight or whatever. So,
well, let's see. Off the top of my head, characters I can relate to. Well, I don't know if anyone's ever watched Seinfeld. George Costanza.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a film, but that type of character I can definitely relate to. Now, I mean, if you don't know, George is kind of one of those people who's always thrust into situations that are out of his control. And usually these are situations that he's probably created for himself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I tend to find, like, if I'm in a situation and I know I've put myself in it, and it's like, in my mind at the time, it's like, yeah, this is going to be fine. Like, say, for instance, all right, I'm going to be more outgoing. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to smile at people and I'm going to say hello and I'm just going to enjoy life. And I go out there and I, all good intentions.
You do that.
And I walk down and I see someone and I say, hey, good morning, how you doing? And the person says, what? All of a sudden now, that whole plan crumbles.
Reality comes back in check.
Yeah, this is why I wasn't doing it before. You know what I mean? And then, or it's the complete opposite. It's like, hey, how you doing? Oh, well, now you ask, that's a question.
Yeah,
well,
you're not prepared for it.
I mean, it's like, oh.
Yeah, you know what? That is you. Okay.
I feel like
that's a character
I can relate to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're trying to strive for something.
You're trying to get out of your comfort zone, but you're not ready. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You see, this is the difference between me and you. I know my limits.
You're happy in your comfort zone and you don't want to go anywhere else.
No, I'm like, well, it's a comfort zone for a reason. It writes itself. Okay.
It's true. It's true. But
I'm comfortable here.
That's it.
It's like, I like sitting in this chair.
Okay.
Because there's no spikes in it. You know what I mean? It's a simple thing. I keep it simple.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean,
so, yeah, I don't do that sort of stuff. I mean, when you see me when I go shops, you know what I mean?
You're very short with people.
I mean, the local, I say hello and stuff now. Because it's been years.
Yeah, that trust had to be.
Yeah, and even then, it's not beyond that. I can't really be bothered.
But that always find that funny when you go to a shop and it's like, this is a transaction, and
well, what else are you in the shop for?
I know, but I mean, sometimes people like to cheer up the transaction a little bit.
I'm not into that.
Did you see the footy? Oh, it's getting cold, isn't it?
Look, that's literally wasting my life. I'll never get those moments back. You know that.
But you're building, camaraderie. You're building a little relationship with this guy. You're getting to know him. So next time you go there, who knows? At a certain point, you might even be on first name terms. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, how's it going? Hey, Mike. Hey, Sanjeev. Hey, how's it going? It's going good. Oh, don't get me started. And you're like, oh, I know what you're talking about. And all that kind of banter. You just rather just give me my stuff.
Why did I go in the shop?
Well, you came in there
to make a purchase.
Maybe for many things.
Look, it was definitely just for the purchase.
But maybe initially, yeah. But then you could.
I don't want everything to be like a frigging Disney movie, right? You walk down the street and all of a sudden you got budgies and shit flying around.
But wouldn't that make your day more pleasant? Wouldn't it be like, I feel good. I'm glad I came to the shop.
That might happen from time to time, but you know what? Once you start inviting that, then it just continues, and now you're setting new. No, that's not happiness. What I'm saying is, like, let's say I'll make this rapport with someone. It's like, hey, that's a nice shirt. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Oh, actually, my dad makes these shirts. Oh, next time I see you, I'll tell you all about it. And like, great.
Yeah, well, okay, but the man's proud of his shirt. You know what I mean? What can you say about that?
So now, that's either a shop I got to avoid.
Why? What? Because he sees you outside the shop.
I'm going to really have to take drastic measures to change this dynamic. I mean, back to the original format of just making a transaction.
All right. So in your shirt scenario, what is the worst that can actually happen?
We have longer than usual conversation that is unnecessary,
and that's too much for you.
Yes.
I mean, you couldn't steer the conversation. I mean, is it? He's talking about his shirt. Yeah, because
I'm gonna have to make up some elaborate line now, and I've now joined a religion that is anti-shirt. So don't talk to me about that stuff, right?
It's offensive.
You sadist.
Yeah,
you know
what
I mean.
It's a hate crime, actually.
Yeah,
technically.
Yeah. So I'll call the police on you.
Yes, for shirt talking. That's what's going on in the streets.
Yeah, see how it goes. So rather just
extreme.
Cut all that rubbish out and just keep it simple.
But then he's like, oh, that's a really interesting religion. Tell me more.
No.
Just end the conversation
you know
there.
What? I'm not coming back to the shop. And now I've got to walk longer because I started a conversation that I wasn't ready for. It's that same George Costanza stuff, right?
Yeah.
I'm not
You're right,
that, but I know my limits. And I don't understand the cost and benefit analysis of you doing that. Where you look at
because
a situation,
you don't know what's going to happen.
I do look. I know one of two.
You know one of the possibilities, but you could end up.
I'll weigh up those possibilities and can I do without both of those things?
No, yes. This is what you do. You look at a situation and you think, what is the worst that can happen? And if that,
and am I ready to deal with that?
Yeah, but that's what I say. And then it's like, if that's the worst that's going to happen, then I don't want anything to do. You don't think about what's the best thing that can happen. I could make a new friend. I could get some new links. I'm going
to quote Seinfeld again. I got enough friends.
Well, of course you'd say that because you haven't met any new friends. You meet someone and they're super
because
awesome.
I've got enough. That's why I don't go and meet anymore.
Well, that's because you haven't met the right friend.
Look,
if you met somebody today,
like the Avengers, right? They got their crew and stuff, right? Or super friends.
That's why they're not letting in Batman.
Yeah, it's like
nah.
You can't just have some other superhero like
skateboard man.
Yeah. Fish arm man, whatever it is, right? He's like, yeah, man, look, I've got these gills and stuff. All right, it's like, no, we've got Aquaman already. Get out of here, idiot. You know what I mean? They'll just cuss him out. It's not needed.
It's not needed.
Exactly. I've got enough.
Yeah, but you don't know that. I mean, they might say, right, no more fish people. Yeah, we've got Aquaman. Leave us alone. They go on a mission, and it's like, oh, lots of water-related danger. If only we had somebody else with fish-like powers to help.
Friend, we need you for this, and then after that, you can just.
No. But you see, that's how friendship starts. Like, hey, fish arm man, you were pretty good back there. You know what? I think maybe we might have an opening coming up. Look out, Aquaman. And they're like, oh, the banter goes back and forth. And then there could be like a buddy comedy kind of thing. They might go off on adventures together.
Aquaman would be like,
Aquaman and Fish Arm Man.
I'm going to kill Fish Arm Man.
I'm not even joking. When I get him alone, I'm going to choke him in the throat until he's dead. And then I'm not even going to hide the body. I'm going to actually display it so people know. Don't come here with your fish-related superpowers. There's only one fish man, and that is me.
Aquaman. Exactly.
It's a little dark. It got a little dark there.
It did. I don't even know how we got onto that. I think I was talking about how many friends I need. But I know. Okay. Oh yeah, we were talking about your need to expand your horizons socially.
Live life, Mike. Enjoy. The possibilities. Anything.
But you know what? I play out. You're right. I do play out different scenarios. So like I've gone to a certain area with you in a certain supermarket where I know you've been there a few times, and sometimes you'll talk to some of the staff there.
Yeah.
And I look at it, I think, yeah, that's all great, but there's going to be a day when you're in a hurry and you've got to quickly go in there, and then they want to stop and have a freaking conversation, all right? And then you've got to now break social convention. No, listen, man, I ain't got no time for this shit today. Can we just move this the F on, all right?
Well, you don't have to be so, antagonistic about it. You
can just say, I might be in a bad mood, and now I've got to be polite to you when I'm in a bad mood. But I want to enjoy my bad mood.
Why would you want to enjoy your bad mood?
Look,
see, this is the difference.
Me having polite conversation with you isn't going to break my bad mood. All he's got to do is make me feel like more of a punk for having to like. Let's say I'm vexed. I've just lost my job or something, and I'm walking down the street, and then someone says, "Hey, Mike, hey." Yeah. No, I ain't got time for that.
See,
man.
You're missing the point. That interaction might get you out of that bad mood. You might be. You know what? What was I even mad about? That's crazy. Oh, I'm so glad that I met this person and we had this conversation, and now I'm not angry anymore. No. Things are good. Rather than, don't talk to me, I'm enjoying this delicious anger. Real pudding. You know what I mean? I don't feel like that's going to serve anyone.
It won't, but the fact is,
do you feel
I know you.
But do you feel like if you're angry, right, if something makes you angry, that you deserve to be angry and you're going to relish it?
It depends. I mean, look, there's clearly
do you look forward
times
to being angry?
Oh, hell no. Hell no. I mean, there are clearly times where I've been angry over the stupidest stuff, right? That's not even worth your energy, all right? And if anything, that's probably like 50% of the time. But
so is this like first world problems?
Yeah, you know.
It's like, who didn't put the lid back on the butter?
Well, yeah. I mean, the other day I had to get my phone upgraded because my phone service provider decided to do some conspiracy stuff and just shut down my phone when my contract seems to be coming to an end. And all of a sudden, you need an upgrade.
And look what happened here. Oh my gosh.
Look at this flashy phone that we know you've been looking at. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then you get the phone. And I was moaning to myself the other day. I was like transferring the data and it's a bit long. Yeah. It isn't really that long. It took me about half an hour.
Yeah. Half an hour of time that you didn't want to spend doing this though.
Yeah, because I was tired.
Yeah.
I could be sleeping. And then I was looking at it and it was uploading all the Android apps and I was like, this is going to take all night when I'll be sleeping. But I was actually vexed
Yeah, that you were put out, you were forced to do something that you didn't want to do.
Yeah, no, that it was going to take a couple of hours while I was sleeping. Not that it would affect me. Just it annoyed me that should take 2 hours.
That is, yeah. That
and I was
like
actually angry, and I was like, yeah, you know what? You need to get it together, Mike. Seriously, come on.
I guess.
Angry over this.
But maybe that's the thing. Maybe your life is so good that these are the worst problems that you have. So all that anger that you would usually, like, say if we was living in the dark ages and it was like, oh, wolves, and oh, I hate them, and you were angry about, a genuine problem, a life-threatening problem.
The wolves keep on eating my family.
That's it, and it makes me very angry. You know what I mean? Now all that anger has got nowhere to go because we've got rid of the wolves, we've got houses and that, and wolf repellent and whatever else. So when the wolves don't come now, it's like, well, I would be angry, but
now I'm just angry about this upgrade.
Yeah,
I see. There is a logic to
maybe that's what it is. So I think the anger level hasn't dropped. You're just trying to find other areas to disperse it. I mean, I constantly find myself being angry at the most ridiculous things. It's like I might open a cupboard and the glass I want is at the back. It's like, oh, damn glasses! You know what I mean? And it's like I find that I'm enjoying the anger. It's like I've got enough time to wallow in my own anger and petulance. It's like, yeah, and then obviously if somebody asks you what's wrong, you can't actually say anything because then you sound petty. So it's like, oh, and then you try to style it out like it's a deeper problem. Like, oh, you know what? I don't want to bore you with it. I've got so many things I'm dealing with. I'm a very deep person. You don't want to get into my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think we need the asteroid. It always comes back to this. For you guys who don't know me, I've got this whole thing that most of our problems could be just solved with just a big giant asteroid licking down the planet,
wiping out humanity.
No, not everyone.
Not everyone. So who's going to be left?
Some of them
in this horrific wasteland.
I don't know yet. I mean, that's not for me to decide. I am but a humble member of the human race. I could not hold such a responsibility.
Willing in near annihilation and Armageddon.
It would correct our perspective on certain things, man.
And certain things, but in other ways, it would probably destroy everything else.
No, you know what? You make a good point. We'd probably continue with the same BS, right? And just still fight each other and kill each other over resources anyway.
Well, here's an interesting question. So if this scenario did happen, asteroid licks, wipes out most of the people, there's a few select people still alive, you being one of them.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, how do we reform society? And this is your chance, Mike, to be a big shot now. You know what I mean? There's less competition.
Right? Enough about the big shot stuff. That's more catering to your ego.
Well,
but
I'm just saying, because it's like, all right, there's only a certain amount of us. We need to pull together, and we need people to do certain jobs. And it's like, oh, what are you gonna do? Oh, I'm a carpenter. All right, then. And what are you gonna do? Oh, I'm a farmer. It's like, all right. And he turns to you, Mike. He says, what do you do? Now it's either you have a skill, or you're gonna be sent to like the mines or something. You got to do some proper menial work, like I don't know, toilet emptier outer or something like that. So you've got to come up with
needed.
Well, yeah, because I mean, there's only one toilet and it's full, so someone needs to get on that. So what do you do? What do you say? What's your skill? It's like, yeah, you over there, mate. What do you bring to the group?
It's interesting because you say that because we've got a contributory WhatsApp message from Anne-Marie, and she asks, what skill would you want people to have?
What skill would I want them to have?
Yeah, what do you want them to have? So this is assuming that you're a leader somehow. But yeah.
Why is that so unbelievable?
I didn't say it's unbelievable.
No, you rolled your eyes though.
Yes, because I know you would. It would be the only position you would put yourself in.
No, I'm to help. If people elect me as a leader, I can't help that. I mean, if I'm the best person for the job and they see that.
If people elect me, if I'm the best, carry on.
I mean, it's just facts, Mike.
It's just facts as well.
I'm just saying, if that's the situation.
Is there a theme going on here?
I don't know why you're trying to twist my words. All I'm saying is if we're in it, I feel like this. I feel like I'm being coerced into something that I didn't agree to. Right?
And a total lack of responsibility.
All I'm saying is, look, if I'm amongst the people and they say, you know what, this guy, he looks like he knows what he's doing.
David, yeah.
Well,
okay.
I'm not going to put that moniker on me. If they want to call me King David and it makes them happy to do so, who am I to take that happiness away from them?
You're absolutely right. Carry on.
So anyway, if I'm the king, or they're looking at me as if I was a king, and they're relying on me, then I'd be like, okay, well, we need to sort out some kind of society. Food. We need someone to go and hunt and or grow food, and then fire. Obviously, we need, and I would delegate, and then people would be like, oh, well, this guy sounds like he knows what he's doing, and they'd go and it would work, and we'd build a little society. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm just doing my part. I'm not trying to be the king, but if that's what they view me as long as they're happy, that's all I care about, Mike.
I see.
So,
well, bearing in mind, you are not the king of Zamunda. That's from Anne-Marie. So, which king?
You can't.
Are we talking about James Earl Jones?
Listen,
king?
I could be the king of Zamunda. I would just have to name our new town Zamunda. You know what I mean?
See.
No one can take that away from me.
Well, look, if there was an asteroid lick, all right.
Yeah. So, right, the question's on you, Mike. What do you bring? Like, all right, I've got my crew of people. They're looking up to me. We come across you.
What do I bring? It depends on the crew.
You're huddled, half naked in the doorway. You don't know what you're disoriented. You need help.
Why am I half naked in the doorway?
Because of the blast of the asteroid, it blew your clothes off, and you only had like rags. You're like, I need somewhere to huddle. I'm scared. Somebody help. And then you're crouching. We come along. We save you. We pick you up. We dust you off. We wipe your cheeks, Mike. We wipe away the tears. We say it's going to be okay. Yeah.
This sounds like it's going to get real ugly.
No.
You guys are just some rampaging rapists, man.
Why would you say that? We're helping you.
Wiping cheeks.
Yeah.
Telling me it's going to be okay while I'm cold and vulnerable. Yeah.
Yeah. We're bringing you in. We want
bunch of sex-starved rampaging rapists. I'll be staying the hell away from you guys, man. You guys are weird.
You need us, man. Otherwise, you're going to die out here in the wilderness, and you don't want that. So just come along with us, yeah? We'll take care of you. You know what I mean? We'll give you some clothes. We'll feed you. You know what I mean? All you have to do is show us what you can bring.
We have another contribution from Anne-Marie. Different Anne-Marie.
Okay.
Say, how many people would you want left behind after the blast?
Ooh. Well, I mean, as many as possible, I guess. Well, are you saying in general or in my group? Because obviously I've got to manage those people.
I'm saying, but I think she means in general, because I said at the beginning. So let's say like spread amongst the planet, let's say about 1 million.
1 million and a whole planet.
Yeah, because look, let's face it, if you have a small group and they start multiplying, you're just going to have a whole tribe of ugly people. All right, too small a gene pool. Everyone's going to have all like, eyeballs on the back of their armpits and stuff. It's going to be weird.
I don't think we can avoid that. I think eventually there's going to be a lot of big-eared boys on the farm. You know what I mean? There's going to be a lot of clubbed-thumbed children. You know what I mean?
Yeah, see,
really
your crew's going to look weird in a few generations, I'm telling you. But I've been asked another question, and what sort of community would I like to be built? Okay, one that would be based on a new set of values.
Okay.
All right. So most of these people are going to have to probably be some indigenous people that have never been touched by Western civilization. So they don't know about religion, they don't know about politics,
and
none of that.
After the asteroid? Bro?
Yeah.
Okay, where are you exactly?
It doesn't matter. I'm there. All right, just accept it. All right, this is happening.
This is what happened. Okay. And I became a god, Dave.
Yeah.
Worship me.
We have some more contributions from Asha. She says, I think basically you would need a questionnaire before they enter the crew. This is a good idea. You should take notes of this.
Yeah, but then you wouldn't partake because they'd be asking you to write and be like, it's too fucking cold for that meat.
No. Well, I'd have some sort of typist just like I'll steal a librarian. And she asked some more questions. She says, would you run towards a noise in the basement? Would you suggest we split up? What's more important, food or water? Would you ever wear fingerless gloves? You can weed out the weak and the useless. These are all very good questions.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Well, where do I start?
The fingerless gloves person, they're the only reason I'm choosing them, they're that guy who just gets chewed up. They're like you need someone to kind of decoy when you're running through the streets or whatever.
So you mean like someone, an expendable person? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. So of course you're gonna need some dead meat.
But then they don't know that's who they are.
Of course they don't.
So why would you sacrifice somebody? I
didn't say sacrifice, but there will be times where it's like only some of us are going to make it.
So if there's a rampaging bear, you're going to take fingerless glove guy and just throw him in front of the bear. Is that what you're going to do?
I won't throw him.
You just push him. just step behind him.
I'm not going to throw him, but he will somehow end up. Okay, and we have another question from Anne-Marie. Would you make money be the point of wealth again after the blast? Definitely not. We'd have to find some sort of new value system.
Avoid that. I don't think you could.
No, remember, these are all indigenous people that don't know about money. Yeah. They're still trading like mango seeds and stuff.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If you come to market now and you got your basket full of mangoes, and I really want some mangoes, and so look, I've got.
This is a bad example.
I've got a rabbit. Grow our own. Yeah, but you've got all the mango trees. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm like, I want some of the mangoes, and you're like, I've got a rabbit. How much mangoes can I get for a rabbit? What would you say?
How many mangoes for a rabbit?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Bearing in mind, you're the only person with mangoes.
Right. How big is this rabbit?
The size of a shoebox.
What, like a child's shoe? Like a toddler's shoe?
No,
that's not really a rabbit. That's like a Kinder egg.
Like a woman's loafer type box.
You're being really vague here.
I'm just saying, look.
A woman's loafer?
Yeah.
Are all women one size in your mind?
Well, think of a woman's loafer and think of a man's loafer.
I could be thinking of... who was that rather manly athlete in the 80s?
What, you talking about Fatima Whitbread?
Yeah. I could be thinking of hers.
Surprisingly small feet, actually.
Really?
So, yeah. Why is that funny to you?
Why is it surprising? Why is it surprising?
But why are you laughing like that? You didn't. Why wouldn't she have small feet? What's that?
Fatima Whitbread does not have small feet.
Surprisingly small, mate.
Surprisingly.
Nimble.
Surprisingly would be
you would
like she's a size 2.
No, you're expecting...
That would be surprising.
No,
yeah.
I'm
expecting her to have like little budgie feet now. That's what I've got in my mind.
No, all I'm just saying is you're thinking that she's gonna have like a big foot.
I'm not saying she ain't gonna have no Jeff Capes foot. You know what I mean? Or LeBron James foot. Right, for all you kids out there. See, I'm with it. I know about stuff. You get me?
You're up to date.
I'm up to date.
People.
Yeah. LeBron James and John Barnes. Sorry, John, we're joking. I have a lot of respect for that guy, actually. He does not mess about.
No, you don't want him on going after you, man.
I don't even want him on the phone cussing me.
Old yard dad cusses.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, he's going to be waving a rolled up newspaper at you.
Yeah.
Talking about... You're sick in the head, you know.
Yeah.
You today, you don't know what
they're doing. He's got that earnest Liverpudlian accent with it, so he means that as well.
That's it.
They ain't lying.
I mean, anyway, so back to what we were saying.
What were we talking about?
You were talking about. See, now you've confused me now. No, you were talking about. So you're going to start your mango. Your
I use mangoes as a bad example. Right. But yeah, I was answering Anne-Marie's question initially. Would I make money the thing? And now I'm just answering that. Hell no.
Yeah, but I was saying I don't think you can avoid that.
Yeah, so you're saying there would at some point be some sort of currency in order to trade and record transactions. I get that. But I guess maybe try and develop our value system of each other based on more than just that. More about what we can bring to the table in that sort of way, rather than a society where it's like nowadays where it's like, so what do you do for a living? You know, it's that sort of status thing. I mean, there still will be that, but then it turns into how much money you earn and all that sort of shit.
The hierarchy stuff.
Yeah. I don't want any of that shit.
No. Okay. So, well, what if it's like it's a peaceful community, and just farm and they live off the earth, off the ground. You know what I mean? Not literally off the ground. I mean, they grow stuff.
No, I mean we're gonna have rules and stuff. It'd be like, here's your farm and there's all your stuff. Now do all your shit over there, and stay there.
But then
I'll do my shit over here and stay here. We can mingle if we want, and we can whatever. But I don't want no one coming in and trying to say, that's my shit now. None of that. That's not going to happen anymore.
Well, I feel that at a certain point, people are going to decide that they want different things. I mean, if I'm a cabbage farmer and I see you over there doing all the carpentry and all the ladies are gathering around Mike, look at him, he's making a chair, he's so talented.
Then you better go on.
So what?
Did you say cabbage farmer?
Yeah, I'm a cabbage farmer.
Making chairs?
No, you're making chairs.
Oh,
you're
okay, right. So I totally missed that bit.
Thanks for paying attention. Anyway, I'm painting backstory here. You're not even, you know what I mean?
There's too much backstory.
Well, I think there needs to be. You don't even know what's happening, man. Anyway.
I don't, because you're talking about cabbages and chairs. I was left
this cabbage farm by my uncle, right? He got ill. I had to take over, right? and then everyone's relying on me, and he was doing pretty well with the cabbage business, and now I've taken over and I'm feeling a bit nervous. I don't think I can live up to him, you know what I mean, what he achieved, and looking at me like, you're not your uncle, you know what I mean. So I'm under that extra added stress, and I look across and I see you know what I mean, you're a carpenter, you've just come out of nowhere, you came into the town one day playing lute, you know what I mean, all the women were swooning, and then you decided to turn around and start carpentering. Yes. Like, this guy, look at him, he's playing the lute, he's whittling.
I'll say we're going to learn to, you should come and say, listen man, you know what, you're getting a bit more attention than me, yeah?
Yeah.
I don't like it. I feel a bit jealous, to be honest.
I'm going to let you know I'm jealous.
No, but rather than try to club me over the head while I'm not looking.
Why would I do that? Why has it gone to this?
Because you're jealous.
Why are these extremes with you?
But you could just ask and say, look, show me your skills. You know, maybe we can come into business together. I'll be like,
what, the cabbage farmer and the carpenter?
Maybe I'm quite partial to a bit of cabbage.
Maybe. So what? That we can do a trade then,
maybe be like, I can't get enough of cabbage. It's strange to think that after an apocalyptic nuclear type blast from an asteroid, that all I can think of is cabbage.
Just more cabbage.
Yeah.
It's the only thing that kept you going.
Let's do this thing. You know what I mean?
All right. So it's crazy. We start a crazy business.
Instead of you going on some other route,
you know,
being sitting there sourly jealous.
I'm just saying,
breathing all that negative energy.
What if I said to you, listen, right? See you come into town with your carpentry. You know, it's pretty cool. You know, hear some people talking about it. You got some skills. You know, all right.
I thought, yeah, gee, thanks. I gotta get busy.
Wait. No, listen. Now you might not know it, but I'm a pretty big deal around here. You know.
Okay, I'm sure I'll hear about it.
Anybody who wants cabbage, they come to me. All right. I hear you're quite partial to cabbage, so here's what I'm gonna do for you. Yeah. You teach me that little carpentry thing you do, and I'll make sure you get some extra cabbage. It's fine. You don't have to thank me. It's on me. Yeah?
Yeah, I'll call you.
Well, don't wait too long because there might not be any cabbage left. Right.
Okay.
All right. So,
yeah, let's see. And I will go home and think, I've survived this far without cabbage, and I'm a pretty big deal. I've got all this attention. Everyone loves me. I'm like the Fonz. All right.
You like the Fonz?
Forever.
Really?
Not towards the later seasons. It's never going to end.
It's always going to be.
Just like the show. All right. And
one long continuous party. Yeah. Hey. Bashing
exactly.
Jukeboxes.
All the kids want to be him.
They want to be the wandering carpenter. Yeah.
Exactly.
All right.
Or I could be this guy's chump for a bit of cabbage. What do you think I'm going to do?
Why do you have to put it like that for?
Because that's the option you gave me.
Offering you a
you were too smug about it. You were too smug. You need to eat some humble pie.
Would love to get an extra piece of cabbage.
You need to make a pie.
You know what I mean?
Get some cabbage in it, and then stuff it with some humble, and then eat it. All right, that's what you need to do.
I think you're not going to get too far in this town with that attitude.
I don't think I need to.
I think you know what? Maybe you need to pack up your little
tools
and head down the roads, yeah.
All right, let's see. Carpenter versus cabbage guy. Yeah. What do you reckon the town needs more? Let's see. Chairs, doors.
They can't eat chairs, Mike. Yeah, that's just crazy talk. You try and give them chairs for dinner, they'll run you out of town.
Yeah.
You know
what are they going to be eating their dinner on, dude?
The cabbage guy.
What are they going to eat their dinner on?
Their hands. They're going to eat with their hands.
So they don't want doors. They don't want shelter. They don't want.
Yeah, no, look. I think you're getting a bit ahead of yourself. Shelter. You're a carpenter, mate. Yeah, you're not building houses. Yeah, we can make
all kinds of stuff.
We can make huts. Yeah, we don't need.
Listen, did you know back in the day? This is actually a true fact.
Is it?
Barbers, right?
Yeah.
You know, like if you go and get your hair cut, like back when we were young, you'd have to go to that West Indian.
Oh yeah,
barbershop and be there all day, and they just abuse your head with a comb. All right. But what they would do. I've totally lost my.
You were talking about barbers.
Barbers, yeah. What the barbers would do back in the day,
yeah,
they would also do mild surgery as well.
Mild? You'll have to explain.
Yeah, I mean, this is like some pre-Victorian stuff. So, yeah.
Who is trusting their barber?
So you go down to Brick Lane, and yeah, because you didn't have like Harley Street surgery back in them days, right?
Wait,
well, you probably did.
Was this just because they had access to cutting devices, and it was like, why Super Air, mate? How about little liposuction here? You know what I mean? So, lopping off moles. I don't know, whatever you can.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It'll be like, let's say you got I don't know, some infection from a rusty nail or something, and they need to cut a bit of flesh out, then they would do that.
Go to the barbers and get that out of you, rather than just not just getting rid of the infection.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You wouldn't just chop your whole arm off. It depends on the barber, I guess.
Well, yeah. But, I mean, you could just.
But they didn't have access to doctors and stuff like that back in the day, so that's what they would double up as. And then over the time, they just thought, enough of this mutilation.
It was like the great barbers'
let's just
war.
cut people's hair.
It was half the barbers wanted to turn into doctors, and half the barbers wanted to stay barbers. And there was a massive war of like hair grease flying everywhere and razors. And then that's how we ended up with doctors, Mike.
That may have happened. I have a feeling you might be wrong about that. We have actually another suggestion from Amarie. She says, so what about someone with skills to cook chicken? LOL. The best chicken in the world. That person would be king. They would take over. I'd be vexed. Chicken. Because the thing about it is, I'm there selling cabbages. I'm enjoying the cabbage life, Mike. No one can go anywhere. They need me. All of a sudden, this wandering chicken roaster comes in. There's like, cabbage. Yeah, that's a problem.
How about this?
Especially if they have access to all the chicken.
But this is the thing. You know what I mean? And the thing about it is, you might have chicken, but you can never cook it as good as this person, right? So it's like, oh, well, they're cooking chicken. I'll try and cook chicken, and then all of a sudden they're doing jerk chicken, and you're like, you've never heard of that before. It smells delicious. Like, you know what I mean? You don't want to have to ask because it's like, no, I'm showing up.
Yeah, you would be like,
you know what I mean?
You'd be like on some Sultan type wealth.
That's it. You know what I mean?
Sultan of chicken.
People would be clambering from miles around. I hear that they've got chicken, jerk chicken. Oh my god! You know what I mean? And they'd be coming.
You know, that would be a cool thing.
Stuff.
You know, if that did happen, right? You know, the asteroid.
Yeah,
and I knew it was coming, and there's nothing. And not like I'll just let everyone die. All right,
you just grab up as many chickens as you can and just jump into a bunker.
Possibly. All right, but that's a good idea. I'll get as much jerk as possible. All right, and
planning for the future, Mike.
Plan for the future.
Don't need any.
I'll try and tell everyone, like, look, there's an asteroid coming, but if I know everyone's going to die anyway, I'll be like, well, okay, I'll let them know. Send a voicemail or something.
So people are going to see you pushing a shopping trolley around Tesco's just full of jerk seasoning. It's like, you'll all be sorry.
Go to my bunker and just sit there and wait. 6 months later, I'm going to come out. I'll be like king of the world. People will be like running around, killing each other, and I'll just have my little steel pan and drum, and they'll be like, what's that smell?
Wait, stop this assault. What's going on? Stop eating those babies. Oh, that's delicious. What is that?
Yeah. We've also been told that you could actually do a collaboration with chicken and cabbage.
Chicken and cabbage, mate.
Yeah.
I'm sure we would both be equally respected in that aspect. Mike and Dee's chicken and cabbage. Oh, it's as delicious as it sounds.
I believe we'll be as wealthy as we are now. That's the recipe you can't ignore.
I feel there's going to be an awkward conversation at some point. It was like, you know what? I've enjoyed our chicken and cabbage days, but I feel like I've outgrown this. I need to go solo. So I'm taking my cabbages on the road. And he was never heard from again.
Yeah, because you know how long it takes to grow a cabbage. You were going to be there for a long time.
I'd like to think I'd plan ahead and you know what? More than one cabbage.
You wouldn't have been a big deal in your town
for the cabbage. Not with one cabbage.
No, because they'd be like, he grows nice cabbages. It takes freaking ages.
No, but I've got a backlog of cabbage, Mike. I knew this was happening. I mean,
there'd be some mouldy cabbage, man. No, man, a backlog. They ain't got no fridges.
I'd be making them into stuff. You know what I mean? Jerk cabbage. Now you have competition, my friend.
Yeah.
Let's see who sells the most. Yeah.
Okay. Will you make a theme tune to bring more people in, like Levi Roots? Yes, Dee. Will you be doing that for your jerk cabbage?
I don't see how I couldn't. Jerk cabbage.
You know where you're going to fall apart? You're going to need someone to make a guitar. Me. All right, so that's it.
Really, that's what you're waiting for. You'll just be there.
You're going to make a guitar out of cabbage.
So you're saying that, you know, all these people are like, yeah, we want a theme tune. I was like, oh, I'm up all night thinking about it. You know what? Guitar. And then I come in, and just as I come in, you're sitting in your swivel chair with the pyramid of contemplation, and you're like, well, look who's come crawling back. You want a guitar, don't you? I was like, damn, he's onto me. And I was like, yeah, it's not for me, it's from a friend of mine. The guitar. Have you got any spare guitars laying around? And it's like, no. Are you really going to be that petty? Really?
Yes, I am.
So what if I say, look, you can be in the song as well. You can do like some beatboxing in the background. How about that?
Wait, are you selling this to me? Is this something you think I want to do?
A remarkable opportunity to be part of the cabbage train.
So you want me to be your Jazzy Jeff to Will Smith, but without all the talent?
Not my words. This is how. If that's how you see it, I personally, I think you're missing a very lucrative opportunity. Yeah, because
lucrative. It's described lucrative.
When I get big, right? When everyone knows, when the word cabbage is synonymous with David, they're gonna be like, this guy was a fucking genius, man. And you know who else? That other guy that used to beatbox. He's also awesome, and we respect them both equally.
I'm just trying to think of all the times that cabbage was used positively to describe someone.
Well,
let's see. Wait, let me count.
Yeah, so much to count. It's so much.
No, there's the silence. You know, the lack of noise. That means zero, nothing. Never happened.
You know what? I feel like you're being very disparaging on
Cabbage Dave.
Right? Yeah. Yes.
In fact, that's what you'd be called.
Cabbage Dave.
David the Cabbage.
It would be a mark of honor. Yeah, because they'd be like,
smells like cabbage.
No, that's why you have to go that far, right? And anyway, people would love the smell
skin
of
like cabbage,
not skin like cabbage. All right, now you're just being offensive. There's no.
Hey, that's what your thing, man.
No, I don't think so. I think people.
I'd rather smell of jerk than cabbage.
Well, wouldn't we all, Mike?
Yeah,
but
people,
that's
I'll be walking down the
street.
I'll be trying to get people to stop licking me.
This guy smells delicious. Get over here. Stop me from leaving.
Yeah,
bring some bread.
Be licking me.
No, bring some hard dough bread. some hot sauce.
Like they got time to be making hard dough bread.
Yeah, man, they're gonna make a meal out of you. You know what I mean?
Maybe
the most delicious man.
I think
town.
we digress somewhat. We are probably 10 minutes or so over our break, so we're gonna go for a break for about 10 minutes and we'll be right back. In fact, 10 minutes.
So don't nobody go nowhere.
Yeah, back soon. And we are back and making a whole heap of noise. I was trying to walk back into the studio quietly because I hadn't turned off the mic.
Professional. It's like stumbling. Oh, psh.
Yeah. I got some text from Pavlos about some of the beats. He said he Shazammed. Is it Shazammed?
Try to Shazam your beats, Mike.
Yeah, they're my beats, Pav. You ain't gonna find that stuff out there. Right? You gotta come to the source.
You see, this is why you could never be in charge of chicken. See how quickly that power went to your head?
What are you talking about? I was just telling him where the real.
You used to tell him how it was. How it goes down, yeah?
Yeah.
How it is out here. Yeah? The real world.
Exactly. You ain't gonna find Shazam chicken. Not gonna have it. But in fact, while we're talking of Pavlos, he did ask a question that we didn't fully answer, and the question was, what character in a movie would you relate to? I gave this some thought, and it's a favourite film of mine and Dee's called Planes, Trains and Automobiles.
Classic.
Yeah. And
the
character would be Neil Page. The long-suffering Neil Page.
Pleased to meet you, Neil Page.
I'm putting my shirt collar at the moment with enthusiasm. Meeting you.
You see, I can't help feeling a little put upon there, Mike. Because I mean, if you're Neil Page, then clearly that leaves an opening for Adele Griffith, doesn't it?
It does.
So is this something you're trying to tell me?
I'm not trying to say, but if
you're not trying to say,
anyone who does know us and knows the movie
would what, Mike?
All right. In fact, all you guys out there who know us, right? Just remember, you can get in contact with us on, if I can remember the number, 07983 833 661. That is 07983 833 661. Yeah, my question is, any of you who've seen Planes, Trains and Automobiles, a great movie starring Steve Martin and John Candy,
and who also knows us.
Yeah, anyone who, you guys who knows us personally, if you were to guess which of us is Neil Page versus John Candy's character, Dale Griffith, give us your votes.
You see, now you've already put yourself in Neil Page's shoes. You just said yourself
because those are the only shoes I could fit.
Yeah, but you've left nowhere for me to go now. Who else am I going to be?
You can make a fighting bid for Neil Page's shoes. Go ahead.
Can I?
Well, let's see.
Well, I wouldn't want to be Neil Page because he's very highly strung, a little bitter, very petty, and quite frankly, a little full of himself.
Are you trying to say that Del Griffith was never bitter at any point in that movie. I remember a particular point where he
had reasons for being bitter.
Exactly.
Yeah, but Neil Page
still
doesn't.
Bitter.
Neil Page with his wife and his family and his giant house and his well-paying job.
The John Hughes house.
Yes, that he supposedly lived in. This is a man who still finds time in his life to be bitter. See, to me, that's a man that seems...
That's what I'm saying. I identify with him. I accept my flaws, Dean.
Yes, but accepting them doesn't make you a bigger person. It just means that you know there's something wrong and you refuse to change it.
I didn't say that. I'm not refusing to change it.
But are you changing it?
On a daily basis.
On a daily... It's a very vague answer, isn't it?
One step at a time, man.
One step at a time. Any more adjectives, any more little platitudes you'd like to throw out there as well?
Not for now.
Easy come, easy go, eh?
No, you can have that. But yeah, in answer to your question, Pavlos, that is the character I would identify with. If you haven't watched that movie, definitely recommend it.
Yeah.
In fact, another factoid about that movie. Oh dear, Anne-Marie says you both are a little of Del and Neil within you.
So he's just sitting on the fence now. He's just trying to make everything nice and easy. No,
you know what you're trying to do, Aaron.
He said something.
You're messing with the wrong guy. All right. Neil Page reference there.
There you go. It's within him. I don't feel I'm very Neil Page-ish.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be. I mean, no. I pity him. Actually,
no, you'd be the you called home.
Yeah,
that's you.
I would have called home. You know what I mean? You called home. I called the Braidwood Inn. That's the line. I would have been the guy who called the Braidwood
because
Inn.
you would be the type of guy who would know the guy at the counter.
Exactly.
Because you spend all your day talking rubbish with these people.
No, I'm a friendly person. I admit that, and I enjoy the company of people.
It worked out.
I don't understand why you're so against.
No, in this situation, it worked out. It got you a room for the night.
So you're basically what you're saying is the only purpose of me having a friendship with someone is for what they can do for me. Is that what you're saying?
I didn't say that. I'm just saying it worked out.
So if I didn't have this access to whatever this person could give
me,
then
you would be useless.
Wow. Okay,
surplus to require.
I wonder why Neil Page is such a bitter man.
Like I said, I can identify with him.
I just don't understand.
Doesn't have time. And that's it. You can fill in the rest.
Like you're making your life harder. You know, I feel like you deserve a visit from Free Ghost at some point. You know what I mean? Telling you about the joys of just life in general. You know what I mean? Take you back to a time where you was like playing in the playground. I'm Optimus Prime, yeah. And like, look how happy that kid was back there. What happened to that kid? He grew up. And you know what I mean? And he's like swigging a bottle of whiskey or something. As like, bring on the next ghost.
Well, you know, back when we grew up, right? If I tried to be Optimus Prime in the playground, some white kid would have come out to me like, "You can't be Optimus Prime." I'd be like, "Why not?" Because he's not black. I'm like, "Wow, I didn't realise that." You're right.
Oh, got to go back to being Mr. T again.
Yeah, Mr. T or Starscream.
Starscream.
For all you guys who don't know about those Transformers reference, we were there.
Starscream was black.
I think he was, wasn't he?
I thought Soundwave was
it Soundwave?
The one with the tape deck. I
feel that's definitely
to the 80s.
Yeah.
You people like music, don't you?
Yeah. You've got your
that also plays music.
Ghetto blaster.
Ghetto blaster. For the ghetto, Mike.
Exactly. That's the only way they can hear music.
It has to be blasted. Something with their hearing, I don't understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has to be from that particular maker's model as well.
But yeah. That is interesting. Or, not to get too far off topic, Panthro from the Thundercats.
Yeah, but no one really wanted to be Panthro, did they?
No, everyone wanted to be Lino. Yeah. Nobody wanted to be Tigra for some reason.
Or Chitara.
Well, yeah, it's a niche market for Chitara, I think.
Or Winston in Ghostbusters.
Winston, there's always Winston.
Yeah.
I'd rather be Winston in the real Ghostbusters cartoon than the actual.
Because he had more lines than the actual Winston.
A more fleshed out, rounded character.
Let's remind the listeners a true fact about that movie or that cartoon.
Yeah.
That the real Winston
was voiced by.
No, the real Winston from the film Ghostbusters apparently applied to do the voice, auditioned to do the voice for the cartoon character of his own character in the real movie. They said, "No, sorry, not black enough." No, they didn't say that. They didn't say that. But they just said, "No, you don't sound like
you're
the
not
real
believable
Winston.
as a black guy.
You look like an old black."
So yeah, but you know who they did hire instead?
Michael J. Fox, Liam Neeson.
Anyone blacker than Ernie Hudson is always.
Let me think. Who played Thor? Chris Hemsworth. Would have been like 5.
Yeah. So just mind that guy. It's fine.
Yeah.
He's going to be gorgeous.
See this Australian kid.
This Australian kid. He's got a lot of talent, mate.
Yeah.
Why am I Australian? No, the point is, no, it was Arsenio Hall did the voice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's what era that was.
I feel like those two probably must have rubbed shoulders at some point.
It must have been awkward, didn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, Seb.
Thanks for the gig.
Yeah, that's right. I don't want to do that cartoon anyway, because I got big things on the rise, and there's this film coming out called Hand That Rocks the Cradle. I don't want to say too much about it, but I think it's going to be a big hit. I'll see you at the Oscars.
Next author.
Big things in Ernie's future, man. He was, woo.
Yeah, but we digress somewhat. But yeah, Neil Page is the person I would identify with.
Okay.
We were looking at a trailer earlier on. Actually, it was the True Story one that I mentioned.
Oh wait, well, hold on. So can I not refer to a character?
Yes, of course you can. Sorry, I apologize. I didn't realise.
I'm finished talking. We're doing this now.
Me.
I feel like, that's the way the show is going, and I don't feel comfortable.
Okay, all right. Oh, assertive.
I'm sorry. I mean, I feel like it's best to nip these things in the bud. I don't wait till we were like
Doesn't
300
like...
shows in, Mike. Super famous, and there's like, oh, by the way, shut up. That's what it's going to be like, isn't
it's
it?
Like Mike and yeah, we don't
Mike
want
and not Mike. Yeah. Cabbage Man.
Now you get it.
So
now you
yeah.
get it.
No. Anyway, so
see, Cabbage Man doesn't sound so good anymore, does it?
Well, I wouldn't call myself Cabbage Man.
It's the Cabbage Man.
What
you
is
sound
the
like
noise?
the elephant. Man.
Why is the
it's
noise?
the closest thing.
What? Cabbages and elephants. Is that what you're linking together?
No, the Elephant Man and the Cabbage Man. I feel like they're related.
Well, they're hanging out. They're within their own gene pool. Is that what you're saying?
Very small gene pool.
Nothing but cabbages and elephants, as far as the eye can see. No. What I was going to say is a character I identify with. Well, in a way, it's not a character. It's more of an actor.
Okay.
Mark Ruffalo in anything that he's in. He always has...
Slightly like... I don't want to be here.
Yeah, I'm not confident in what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm fully prepared to fail at this.
I'm the Hulk. Am I the Hulk?
Am I? I'll try to be the Hulk. You know what I mean? I'll be the Hulk, but I probably won't be good at it. That kind of...
Yeah.
I feel like I approach most things like
I would agree with you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you have a sense of... I should be able to do this, but I can't guarantee this is going to work out.
If I can do it, I'll look like I'm not sure I can do it while I'm doing it.
Well, but you're very capable. You just don't have much faith. No, you're a bit like me in the sense that you do weigh up the pros and cons and think, there's still a chance this might screw up.
I think,
I'm more focused on the fact that this is probably going to screw up.
So just off the table straight away. Is there a chance of failure? Yes, well, I'm out. That's it. Nope. Nothing but success for Mike.
I'll go ahead knowing that it's probably going to fail. And if it works, it's just pod luck. It had nothing to do with it.
I think you would reserve the right to tell everyone
right.
You knew it was going to fail. You do like a Donald Trump thing, wouldn't you? I told them it wasn't going to work, and I was right. That's going to be you.
I knew I would lose.
So that way, you still win, in a much smaller...
I'm not sure if it's about winning. I just don't like...
losing?
No, a false sense of security. I hate that stuff. When people come up to you, you're in a situation, it'll be all right. How do you know it's going to be? Don't tell me that.
Especially if you don't really know what the problem is.
Because after that can only work if some Mary Poppins shit happens afterwards, where like birds start coming down and singing to you.
They were right.
Yeah.
Either that or I hit my head and I'm lying in a ditch somewhere. But you know what really pisses me off is when... All right, for instance, when they say you got resting bitch face, and I mean men have it as much as women, but you're just walking, you're not looking to interact with anyone, you're not even thinking about interacting with anyone, your face is set a certain way, maybe you're thinking about something that mildly annoyed you and it's coming out in your face and you don't even realise it. It's like, I can't believe I spilled that milk, I was trying to have cornflakes, damn it, and it's coming out, you don't know, and then someone's walking the opposite direction and they see your expression on their face and they turn to you and you lock eyes with them, and just as they pass and they go, "Shut up, mate, might never happen."
Oh, that grates.
You don't even know what my issue is. You know what I mean? And the worst thing is, you don't even care enough to stop and hear my response.
It's like, or maybe it has happened.
Well, it happened, and this is how it made me feel. This is the best that the situation could have turned out to be.
Let's say, like, you know, it's mid-80s, and you've just been diagnosed with this new virus that not many people know about. You've just come out of the doctor's. I'm sorry, Mr. D, you have dun dun dun. You know what I mean? And then it's like some bloke walks by you and says, "Yeah, sure, mate, might never happen."
I see. At that point, it's more of an insult than anything else.
Yeah, but then again, would you want that to happen, or would you prefer him to have said that 5 minutes before you found out, and then it did actually happen?
What? So I could then run back to him? And
no.
You know what you said?
He says it to you, "Sure, mate, might never happen." As you're walking into the clinic, and you're like, "Yeah, you're right. Maybe, you know what? 50-50. Who knows?"
Yeah.
All right.
Anything's
and then
possible.
It's like, "No, Mr. D, you have definitely got this. 150 million%. We have done the test 100 times, and 100 times it's been.
There's no doubt in my mind as a medical professional.
Yeah.
And
no one has ever had this much AIDS." All right, you have that.
It's almost greedy. Yeah. I don't even know how you're doing it. You know what I mean? It's a little selfish, I have to be sure.
No one has ever had this. All right, so if you get that, you're going to feel a bit rubbish of raising your hopes 5 minutes before that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but then that 5 minutes, I was actually feeling good. Before then, I was probably, but
it was pointless now,
dread.
Because now that feeling good is useless to you, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think at that point I
think, such an idiot. Why did I think this would ever go in my favour?
Why did I ever believe? Why? I mean, life is shit, and I just need to accept that.
There you go.
I don't think that's a healthy way.
No, you don't have to accept and say it's just shit. Right. But don't delude yourself with stuff. I'm going to be just fine.
How much is a delusion, though? Like, say for I said to you, right, all right, you and me, we're going to go out this weekend and we're going to have a good time. And that's all I tell you. What would you think? I
think that you better have a plan.
You can't just believe that we're going to have a good time.
This reeks of vagueness and failure.
Right, look,
and high expectation.
There's you, there's an alternative
and nothing
situation.
Else.
Well, who knows?
And a weekend.
That's the mystery. That's the fun. Anything is possible.
That could end in so many ways.
Yes, they could be good ways.
They could be.
Yeah.
But you're not describing any.
I don't want to ruin a surprise, Mike. I want it to come natural. If you know it's coming, then you won't appreciate it as much. You know what I mean?
But you're saying I will appreciate it.
Well, yeah, because much as
or appreciate life in general after the ordeal that we've suffered.
If that could be an added bonus. All I'm saying is that the time we spend together is going to be good.
Yeah, that could be like some sort of scenario.
Why are we in Saw now? Why is it just jumped
in the long run? You're probably going to appreciate life a lot better. You know what I mean? That's
it only takes being chained to a radiator to appreciate life.
Yeah, and cutting off your own foot with your toilet.
Yeah. I mean, if it came to that point, but I'd like to think that our day out wouldn't end with us locked in a basement. That would be bad planning on my point.
Yeah, but there's always a possibility that could happen.
Really?
If I told you, listen, D, this weekend we're gonna have a great time.
Yeah, I'm not instantly going to think
do you
I'm
want some follow up
in a basement.
When you follow that up with some questions? Really? How so?
Yeah. Well, you could have said that to me. So I say, hey, Mike, you and me this weekend we're gonna have a great time.
What are we doing?
Oh, that's the mystery, mate. Whoa, can you imagine? Ha. Yes, that's the energy.
Sound like a Cockney James Brown, man. That's ridiculous.
I don't understand why you can't just trust me. I'm telling you, we're gonna have a good time.
This is the problem. I don't trust you.
That's terrible. Why don't you trust me?
No,
do you think I would willingly lead you into a basement?
I trust that you believe that you can achieve the things that you can, despite the fact that you already told me that you know.
Whatever I tell you,
Mark Ruffalo, remember?
All right, but
that's why I don't trust that guy.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean that I can't still achieve these things.
Look, let me give you an example, right? A movie reference. Let's say you're one of the Avengers, right?
Yeah.
And you know, it always takes Iron Man to kind of be there to kind of coordinate and stuff. Yeah. And it's like you're getting your asses kicked by whoever the villain is in this movie, yeah? And then Iron Man flies down and he's like, okay, guys, don't worry, we got this. Yeah. And that's my Robert Downey.
Is that it? Was that
yeah, that's
do
it.
Do it again here?
No, there's no push it. Okay. Yeah, so he's like, yeah, we got this. And then he takes off his helmet and it's Mark Ruffalo's face. You see that drop in adrenaline that you're feeling, and that skip in your heartbeat is like, yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I mean,
exactly. This is
good. It's not what I expected, but hey, he's gonna make it his own. He's got some ideas. He's very excited. He's confident. Well, as much as he can be.
Yeah, exactly.
In his own
That's
way.
not good.
But that's still enough for him to.
You could say that.
Turned up.
You could say that about a dead pigeon.
Why? What? A dead pigeon is confident.
As it can be.
I agree with that statement. Yes, it's as confident as it is physically able to be as a dead pigeon.
That's what I say. The statement you were using to back your shit up was a bad example.
Yeah, but at least I have the capability of being confident, unlike the dead pigeon.
Yeah, but
it's like saying, you could be as
confidence can get you a long way, but you need more than just that.
Well, it's a start, and then once you've got the confidence, people will buy into that confidence. And they say, "Hey,
I'm confident that I can fly."
Well, if you did say you could, this man feels he can fly, and you had the confidence, I'm sure certain people would think, okay, I'm interested to see how this works.
Fly?
Well, that's what we want to find out. But he seems confident enough, you see,
for
me to follow the story.
To no longer believe in physics. I mean,
no. Well, he wasn't specific. He said that he could fly. I don't know, maybe he's going to get into a helicopter, or he's got a jetpack, or some magic shoes. I don't know, whatever it is.
I can fly independently of any technology.
Well, he's being a little specific then. No, isn't he? I mean, I think he's setting himself up for failure by doing that. Why would he? No, I think, if you say, I can fly, I'm going to fly. And you're like, okay. And he's like, I can do it. I can fly.
You would think they were crazy. Anyone claiming they can fly.
Yeah, but then if you said, all right then, I'll prove it. Would you say, nope, you're talking bollocks, and walk off? Or would you say, all right, let's see.
Okay.
What would you choose? Would you want to see, or would you not have any interest at all? If I said to you, I can fly, and I was like, I can.
You personally, I would say no. I don't even want to see you try that shit. All right, because we both know that can't happen. All right. It's just like you and the whole boat thing again.
I don't see what you have an issue with the boat.
All right, let's just let people in on a little secret here. For about 20 odd years, this man has been talking of some fantasy where he's gonna have a boat.
I will have a boat.
All right, he's gonna have a boat.
Yeah, and it's gonna be like a fishing boat. You like in Jaws, that boat?
Yeah, that's not a good example of a movie to go
without the shark. But obviously, why would I want the shark? I didn't, that's not part of the
yeah, exactly. Plan. But I think again, this is where you're going wrong again, right? And I'm going to explain this to the people. Dee has had this fantasy of one day, me and him and whoever else who wants to join us on this little mini cruise on a little boat, and go fishing and sail the high seas and
crack open a couple of brewskis, you know what I mean, and then chill and watch the sunrise and fish.
Yeah, and my thing is, I'm not the greatest swimmer in the world, and plus, even if I was, I'm not experienced at swimming in the sea. All right, so there's that. And also, you talking about having a plan only goes so far as getting the boat and getting the boat into the sea. Yeah. Anything you plan afterwards is not in your hands. That's down to nature.
Yeah, but that's why you have the plan. Would you rather we just jump in the boat and just push go and just help for the best?
Okay, tell me your plan.
Okay, then I will. The plan is we go on the boat. We bring some food, some drinks, our fishing stuff, and maybe a little radio or whatever. We sail out to where they have all the prime fishing just off the coast. And we relax and we set up our poles and we do a little fishing, a little bonding, back and forth. Maybe cook up some. Maybe have a little barbecue on there as well, mate. Cook up some
fire. Okay, carry on.
Yeah. Well, we're surrounded by water. What's the worst that's gonna happen, right, Mike?
Exactly. I mean, it's not like we're gonna be burning the only vessel that we're actually surviving.
That would be highly unlikely. Yeah. I don't see. I mean, obviously,
but likely is still in the petrol, word unlikely, though, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but we're not aiming to burn the boat down. You know what I mean? Same way we're not aiming for sharks. They're not in the plan. No sharks, no fire.
Yeah, who aims for sharks, D?
Shark hunters. See? Yeah, didn't think about it, did you? Yeah, look a little silly now, huh?
I look silly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, and we'll be out there. And don't worry, there'll be like life vests that you can put on. I'm sure we'd have some kind of induction on boat safety. You know what I mean? Don't set off fireworks and don't run with scissors or whatever they tell you not to do. And then, you're ready for the boat, and then you go out there, have a whale of a time, and you come back and you're like, Dave, I'm sorry for being so pessimistic all this time. You really did know what you're talking about, and I was a fool. I'm not ashamed to say it.
I'm never gonna do that.
And I've learned a lot from you. You've changed my outlook on life in a way that I didn't
this
think
also
anybody
part of the
could.
fantasy?
This is you being grateful. And
okay. Right,
that's probably why it sounds unfamiliar. So then, and you'd be like, you know what? Whatever you want to do in the future, I'm down with 100%. Let's do it. And your life would change, and you'd go home happy, smiling, thinking your life has changed, and you're ready for the next adventure. You'd be sitting by the phone. Like, Dave, did you phone? I thought I was in the bathroom. I thought maybe you phoned. You didn't? Okay, don't worry. All right, well, give me a call back when you can. All right then.
Okay. All right.
So.
You enjoy that fantasy because that's probably what you've got to be hallucinating whilst you're being jumped in half by a shark.
I don't understand why.
Yeah, that will end very quickly.
Why will it end? Was this shark just going to fly onto the boat and just start eating everyone?
Whatever. I don't know. Look, I just think
that to you is more plausible than having a good time fishing and drinking. Is that what you're saying?
I just don't have much faith in your abilities as a sailor.
It makes me sad, man. I would have trained. I would know how to sail the boat. I'm not just going to jump onto a random boat.
Do that stuff. You never said anything about that.
Well, of course. How else would I be able to sail a boat if I didn't do any training? So you didn't
have done
some.
I've got a boat, and we should go out on it and have a good time. I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that.
Well, no. I mean, why? You see, I feel like you want this to fail now.
It's a bit like me. Look, I've jumped out of a plane before, right?
You jump out of a plane, but you wouldn't get on a boat with me. That makes me sad.
That does sound worse.
That's
okay.
Free falling, Mike.
No, but with that, you kind of 50-50 say this is probably going to end badly anyway.
Why are you doing it?
Because I want the experience.
Exactly, the experience, Mike. See, now you're getting it. It's about the experience.
Yes, but I was willing to take the chances that it could end very badly.
Okay.
Just to have that experience.
So you're saying you'd rather plummet into the earth at 3,000 miles per hour?
It's not that fast. That's ridiculous.
All right, maybe not 3,000, but it's
I will
faster.
burn up like toilet paper in a you know what I mean?
In a toilet paper fire. You know what that looks like. No, but I'm saying you'd rather plummet to the earth, right, willingly, and smash into the ground as a possibility, instantly killing yourself, rather than get on a boat with me and have a good time.
Well, yeah. I mean,
wow.
I can't really phrase that in a better way. It's just
there isn't any way because that's actually what you're saying.
Asher would like to say, not to ruin Dee's dream, but the day trip sounds nice, but open water is a no. We don't have gills anymore. Well, even off the coast, off the UK coast, is mad. Storms where this storms there sank the Spanish Armada, dry land all the way. And also, I learned something about the channel. They got some mad stuff in there, right? Where they just got like a jagged piece of rock that just could be just in the middle of it, and it's mashed up loads of ships and all that.
Okay, well, let me reply to Ash's message there.
Okay.
Saying about the storms. I'm not going to go when there's storms. That would be ridiculous. It's not like was it the perfect storm? Like, we can beat this thing.
Yeah,
and
it doesn't have to be that storm. That storm was ridiculous.
But that's what I was saying. I mean, we'll go out there, and then if it starts getting a bit choppy, it's like, let's go back in. I'm not going to be like, onward to adventure, like, Lieutenant Dan or some shit.
Listen, man.
You know what I mean?
One thing you're forgetting?
What's that?
Have you been on the sea at night when it's pitch black?
I've heard stories.
Yeah. That shit is fucking scary, man.
We're not going to be that far out into the pitch blackness.
How do you know that? You think you think all the people out there who got lost in the pitch blackness of the sea? That's what we're planning that shit.
We're going to anchor off the coast. We're not going to be going anywhere else.
You know what's going to go? We're going to be too busy having a good time, aren't you? All right. Let's have a beer, a couple of brewskis, man.
Yeah, we're having a good time. Turn the music up, listen to some Bob Marley. You know what I mean? No Woman, No Cry. Dig it, man. And then we're like, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And then
Bob Marley never sang about them sort of things there.
What, sharks?
Yeah. I'm sure he actually wrote a song said specifically
called Sharks.
Yeah, don't mess with sharks. That's what the song was called.
Don't mess with
I'm sure that's what it was called.
No. All I'm saying is that we would be safe. We're not going to go out when there's storms. We're not going to go anywhere where there's loads of sharks.
You know why you're not safe?
Why?
You're never safe on the sea.
Oh,
it's just luck.
But you're safe plummeting through the air, yeah?
No, I didn't say I was safe. You're as good as dead.
So what's the
it's just a miracle you even get up, to be honest.
So nothing is safe, Mike. There's a little bit of danger in everything.
Yeah, but I don't like the idea of being on water, just in this little boat.
Okay.
No, thanks.
How big would the boat have to be for you to trust it?
Bigger than the sea. How about that?
Okay, if that's all the help you're going to be.
Yeah. I mean,
no,
there's no way you're going to win me over on this. Ever.
I just don't understand.
You can't understand.
How? What if we were in water that wasn't deep enough to drown in? You could stand up in it, and your head would be above the water. It's shallow.
Still enough for something else to swim in it.
Well, yeah, but you're not going to be swimming in it.
No.
You just know that if you fall in it, you're not going to drown.
As long as your vessel has a chance of failing in any point, and I could be in it.
You're not going to drown, are you? You're going to be able to swim.
No, but something else could be in there, and that's all that matters. See, you got no control. Your control ends when we're in the boat.
You're worrying about random animal attacks, then if you go, seagull could fly into your mouth, and then where would you be? You know what I mean? It's like, you don't know.
Yeah.
You can't...
Well, if I wasn't on a boat, that was less likely to happen.
All right, fine. Just because it's a boat, so a seagull can't attack you.
You're more likely to see seagulls in the sea than you are.
Maybe, but that doesn't mean you can't still encounter a seagull somewhere else that wants to kill you.
But
all right, then what if someone just throws a brick at you?
Yeah.
What,
on the sea? That's ridiculous.
Yes, it is, isn't it? That's ridiculous. That's the point I'm making.
You're not going to have random acts of violence from sailors carrying bricks in their boats. That's a preposterous notion.
Maybe they're poor.
I think you should be ashamed of even coming up with anything like that.
Listen, pirates have to start somewhere. Yeah, you think they get all those guns and knives when they start? They finish pirate school. They start with what they got.
Start with what? Stolen bricks from building sites.
That's what I'd start with. Load up your boat with loads of bricks, sail out into the ocean, find someone else, throw loads of bricks at them.
That's not going to help.
Take their vessel. And you upgrade this pirate life.
This is why I wouldn't follow you. You're going.
Well, I'm not going to do. I'm not.
Get on my vessel. It's loaded with bricks. We'll be safe.
No, well, listen. If we're attacked by pirates, you'd be glad of those bricks. Let me tell you.
No, the only thing's going to happen is that your boat's going to sink.
No, why would it? How many bricks do you think I'm?
I don't know. You're a lunatic already.
Let me see. We're on the boat, and I'm saying, all right, just one more thing, lads. We've got to get some bricks. And you're like, what, bricks for what? It's like pirates, isn't it? You know, if they come, we can chuck them at night. Okay.
Getting off your boat.
And then I'll bring in like a tray of bricks. And then I'll bring in like another tray of bricks. And then another tray of bricks. And then another tray of bricks. And you're like, oh, I think that's enough bricks now. And then I bring another tray of bricks.
I'm leaving you on your boat.
I have 5 trays of bricks right now, right? Mm-hmm. And you're like, that's a little excessive for bricks. I think, that might be enough. I said, well, we don't know. There might be more pirates out there. So I'm going to bring another tray of bricks. And I have 6 trays of bricks. I was like, don't worry. I'll get you a tray of bricks as well, mate.
I say, why don't you just get one big tray of bricks instead of doing
Good idea. So I bring a big tray of bricks with the other 6 trays of bricks.
I didn't see that coming. That's amazing.
In fact, I think I've got so much bricks, we might have to leave the fishing stuff and just bring bricks.
Let's just walk into the sea.
Yeah, with a boat full of bricks.
Oh, with the boat. I thought you were just going to have loads of bricks tied to your legs.
Stuffed in my pockets and just running into the ocean. I've lost sight of what I'm doing. What are we doing here? Why did I invite you to this? Why did you turn up?
These are the questions you should be asking about your own plan, D.
That's not my plan.
This is where I wanted you to get.
But this is the point I'm trying to. If something like that was happening, at some point you would step in.
I would.
And say, "Things a bit too many bricks."
I'd step away.
You would say, so you'd still let me go out with my boat full of bricks?
Look, I'll tell you about it and say, look, it's obviously a stupid plan, isn't it? Come on.
We will think too much bricks. A little less bricks. I think so. More bricks. Bigger bricks.
Less. Let's go smaller.
Less bricks.
More towards 0.
Yeah. Bring cannonballs instead, is what you're saying.
Okay.
My anvil collection.
Please do.
Or just loads of jars of acid. How about that?
I think those. Or how about sharks in the boat?
Sharks in the boat. A swarm of very angry woodpeckers.
Yeah.
Or just Skeletor.
Sexually starved ostriches. Why not?
What
Why not?
Sexually starved ostriches. That's what we're doing now, Dave. That's what's happened. That's what this show's become. Sexually starved ostriches.
I don't know what that would look like, but I feel like it would be aggressive.
It would be. There'd be a lot.
There'll be no
lot of hormones flying around.
There wouldn't be much tenderness going on there. That's all I'm saying.
The ostrich is known for their tenderness.
I don't know.
I don't know where that's going. I mean, are they? If they're sexually starved, are they actively trying to force sex onto us? Is that's going to be like a weird tale?
How do you even?
What happens at sea, Mike, stays at sea.
I mean, that would assume that ostriches are particularly amorous.
Sexually aggressive?
No, amorous, up for it, or whatever.
Right. Oh, like, wait, hold on. Are these male ostriches or female?
No, male ones. Females, doesn't matter. The ostrich race, they're just known for being a bit, promiscuous.
A bit randy.
Oh,
they love a bit of it.
They love it. They love a night out.
This ostrich just covered up to you and be hey, me and my friend were watching you. We think you're so hot.
Do you think that happens in the animal kingdom?
What, drunk ostriches as protein people?
Well, animals do actually eat fermented fruit as a means of getting drunk, apparently.
Yeah, that's
more
true.
Facts for you people.
Thank you. I mean, I don't know how drunk can you get off of fruit though, really? I mean, I'm sure it's got to be proportionate to the animal's size.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're like a frigging elephant, right? You can't be eating like a kiwi seed and getting pissed.
Eating a handful of grapes and then collapsing.
You're going to be there for a while.
He's paralytic, look at him.
I mean,
too many grapes, mate. Didn't know what he was.
You're going to have a big pile of, I don't know what fruits elephants actually regularly have access to.
Any fruits, I guess. I don't think they're picky. It's fruit in it. So let's say bananas.
Okay. Can they peel bananas?
I don't think they peel them, mate. That's just us. I don't think.
You're saying everyone else eats the whole thing? I'm sure I've seen primates peel bananas.
I don't think so. I don't think why would they?
I don't think the elephants have the dexterity in their feet
to peel bananas.
Yeah,
this sounds like
unless they just step on them really fast and it shoots out.
All right, this sounds a lot like a joke from a primary school's joke book. Elephants and bananas. I don't know why, but no,
slipping over bananas.
There you go. Something like that. Anyway, no, the point is...
How big would that banana have to be for an elephant to fall over anyway?
Elephant size, I assume. Okay. The point is, elephants don't peel bananas. I can't believe I've just said that line live on air. That's ridiculous.
Grown man.
Yes, this needed clarification, apparently.
Your children should be proud.
This is good. This is the big step for me.
I'm so proud of you, Daddy.
Yeah,
tell us something you said at work today.
Elephant banana misconception people have been living with for years. Yeah, you showed them. Now we're gonna live well and move into a higher tax bracket. I don't know. This is what they want.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Actually, that's probably a bad thing.
Yeah, higher tax bracket sounds bad.
Yeah.
Probably know about finance.
Maybe not, but I know about elephants and bananas.
There you go.
And I think that will set me apart from everybody else.
In the apocalypse world, then yeah.
What do you do? I'm a farmer. What do you do? I'm a carpenter. What do you do? I have facts
about
elephants and bananas.
Yeah.
And other things, but I don't want to spoil the surprise. I'll see you back at the camp, and then just try and get my way in there. I think that would work.
I think you might have a chance there. For a small amount of time.
Alright, so I think we're getting off point. The fact is... and
we're running out of time.
Oh, we're out of time already?
No, almost. I said running out of time.
Okay, well...
Okay, you've got like 4 or 5 minutes.
4 or 5 minutes, okay. Well, I think the most important thing is to clear up elephants and bananas. As long as everybody takes that away with them, then I think we've done our job today. I don't know why. This is ridiculous, really is. Anyway, yes, but back to your point of animals getting drunk off of fruit. I think they would have to eat a hell of a lot of fruit to get drunk.
You're thinking about
animals, isn't it?
No, not necessarily. Well, actually, this might actually be true. You might be right there. But I mean, if it's like an ant eating a whole apple, then obviously it's got to be fucked, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I mean,
I'd be impressed actually if an ant managed to eat a whole apple. Yeah. That probably wouldn't be a normal regular ant.
No. I mean, over time, it would ferment even more, and he would just get more and more. It would be like he'd be drinking like Ray and Nephew.
That would be
all day long.
That would be like somebody
for his whole ant life.
Yeah. That would be like somebody throwing you into a back of a van filled with nothing but pillows, soaked in whiskey, and then just leaving you in there. I mean, there's only so far that's going to go before you die. You know what I mean?
True. But some animals do that. So I think if the animal has never had alcohol before, think about it. Imagine you'd never drank before, right?
Right.
And then tomorrow you saw a fermented apple on the floor.
And I thought,
that would be the same as you drinking 7 bottles of Ray and Nephew.
I doubt that very much. That's a slight jump, really. really?
It would, because you would have no resistance to alcohol whatsoever. You've never had alcohol in any form.
One rotten apple, and I'm paralytic. Is that what you're saying?
You'd be mash up.
I really don't think that's how it
works.
works.
You would. I can't think of anyone who's
been drunk off an apple.
No, who's known for being really mash up and drunk all the time. But you would be that guy.
Like Oliver Reed, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Within about 5 seconds of eating an apple.
I think that's more than just alcohol. I think I've been very seriously poisoned or something. There's an issue. You need to call an ambulance.
Look, apples could do that, man.
Okay, I think you've been told some things that aren't really true about apples, Mike.
Remember that time when we went out as young people at college?
Yeah.
What did I drink? Cider. What's that cider made out of? Apples.
Again, a very tenuous link, though. I mean,
apples. There you go.
Wasn't there a pork pie involved at some point?
Yeah, but I was definitely mash up as well.
No, that was true.
Yeah. I mean, come on. I didn't know what I was doing. The apple wasn't making me fall asleep and forget where I was supposed to get off.
And even if it was, there was still a lot to vomit. So I feel like whatever was in your system was left on whoever was in your path at the time.
Yeah.
Of that incident.
I wasn't planning on sharing that detail, but
I'm sorry, Mike. You didn't vomit over everybody in the club. That didn't happen.
It didn't.
No, not everybody. I think the DJ was okay.
Yeah. And some of the people on the bus on the way home as well.
Oh, yes. It didn't stop at the club, I remember. It was it was like what do they call it? Like an exodus.
Yeah, but you know when you're that mash up and drunk and then you start having crazy ideas how to make yourself feel better. It's I need food. Yeah. It's what I need. Right? No, and you just sound cotton.
Sound like like Frank Butcher for some reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I need some pilchards. He always used to talk about pilchards. Well, you'll call Ricky, you pilchard.
You salmon.
All right. You know what I mean? But no, I didn't. I didn't actually buy fish because I'm sure we just we weren't in the vicinity of anywhere that sold it.
There weren't a lot of fish mongers.
No, but I did buy like a king size marathon or Snickers.
Oh yes,
because I was thinking, it's got nuts in it and that'll fill me up.
He's trying to put back the protein.
Yeah, but all it was I just added sugar to the alcohol that was already there, which
to your already dehydrated state.
Yeah,
and now sugar.
Yeah,
no water.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Thrust that into the cold exposure of the night and then put on a bus rocking around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was not a good look. But
Yeah, but that's what will happen if you eat a fermented apple. Let's say you was a caveman. The first caveman, right? When he probably wasn't even apple, like a berry or something, because I don't think apples was even involved at that time. Right. So probably like a little grape juice just dropped off a tree leaf, hit his lip, and then he was just mash up, all staggering everywhere, drooling and stuff. And they were like, what happened to you? I think he's been bitten by some sort of, I don't know, insect bite. And he's like, no man, it's a leaves, man, you gotta try this shit. Too late.
Why does he sound like Smokey? Yo, Ray, you don't know me, son.
Well, he's drunk. He's drunk.
Well, yeah.
It's either gonna do that or I'm gonna go to my stereotype of some a person north of the Scottish border who's had a drink. You know, the drunk Scottish man stereotype.
Oh well. Okay, you're taking it there.
I've only got those two.
That's it. It's only
it.
one extreme to the other. That's
or drunk bloke that I'd see at London Bridge.
Why London Bridge?
I don't know, because I see him. Good plan. You know what I mean? That guy.
Oh, you're talking about the drunk beggar types.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. The ne'er-do-wells.
Yeah.
Reprobates.
But some of them, that's a bit much.
A bit harsh.
So I would never. That's a bit.
Well, that's the picture you're painting.
I would have called them that day. That was a bit much.
Not to their face, but they know who they are.
Yeah, behind their backs.
Behind their back, that's the polite thing.
Once I close the door on them in the cold, then you can call them names.
You're saying you've got no money to give them?
Absolutely.
I see.
Well, I usually have a get out. I used to say, "Have you got an oyster?" Because I know you ain't going nowhere.
I'm sure that's the first time they've heard that. You know what I mean? It's like really the oyster
but it's a good one, isn't it?
Not to them.
No, for me.
Oh yeah, obviously it's all about.
In fact, that's the question for this week. Feed back to us. I was gonna say feed us, please. We are hungry. No, feed back to us. There's a question of the week.
Okay.
What is your get out for people when they ask you for money on the street.
Oh, that's a good one.
All right, and the number is 07983 833 661. That's 0983 833 661. Or you can email us at m.a.d.talks21@gmail.com. That is a mouthful of a Gmail. We're going to change that, man. That's just I don't even remember that. So I'm literally reading it.
You know what I mean? So I don't even know how to read this anymore.
My brain is actually deleting the letters as I'm reading it. I can't. Yeah, something Gmail. Man. But no, you can WhatsApp us on that number and give us your feedback.
Okay, sounds good. Well, I think we've had a pretty productive show. That may not be true, but that's what I want to believe, and I think that's what's going to make me
all that matters
sleep
in the
at
end.
night.
It's gone full circle, because that's what it's all been about. As long as you believe it, Dave.
Well, as long as I believe it can happen, then I think we will all benefit from it. Because, in a way, don't we all want the same thing, Mike? To be happy. Don't you want to be happy, Mike?
I do want to be happy.
That did not sound believable.
Well, look, what do you want me to do?
I don't know. You don't have to. But it's like you can. It's like you answer that like you're automated telephone service. I do want to be happy. You know what I mean?
Okay, like, how should I sound?
Like you really believe it. Like it's not fake.
Oh, that's the problem, D. I don't believe it when you're saying it. I'd like to be happy.
Well,
I am happy. I'm good. I'm good.
Are you trying to convince yourself now?
I'm trying to convince everybody.
I see.
I'm good. I'm not miserable. I'm not over the moon. I'm present.
You make me
in
feel
the moment.
sad, man.
Well, look, I don't know. Look, you've got some sort of Alice in Wonderland shit going on around you right now. I don't know if you've got singing birds and stuff.
I don't know. I just feel that life is to be enjoyed, and
yeah, I'm enjoying it.
I don't think you are though.
Well,
I think
you have to make a song and dance and go around kissing people and telling them how amazing life is.
I'm sure it seems that way to you with your very cynical view of the world.
I'm not being cynical. I'm just
really.
I'm just not very expressive.
This is the man who thought we were going to get attacked by flying sharks.
Did I say flying sharks?
Well, they would have. You said sharks are going to fly onto the boat.
No, I'm just saying sharks. Just have sharks in the boat. Because
sharks just in there.
Yeah, because it was as good as your plan was.
Take away the necessity for them to fly. Just put them straight in there with us.
You might as well.
This is what I'm talking about. It's not a good view.
I just like to plan for the worst case scenario. That's it. You like to plan for the best case scenario, and that's cool. And somewhere there has to be a balance between the two.
Somewhere
a
in
happy
the middle.
medium where common sense and logic dictates. And at the moment, with your fantasy physics
though,
stuff,
isn't it?
you got some fantasy physics stuff going on here. All right.
I just feel that you need to trust me more. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I trust you, but I don't trust the sea. And if you was like, wait, is it Neptune? Pavlos will probably know this. All right. What's the god of the sea?
King Neptune.
It's Neptune.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. All right. Yeah. If you're god of the sea and you say, yeah, let's go in my boat, I'll be like, yeah.
Why would I need a boat if I'm the god of the sea?
It would help my confidence knowing that you could control the sea as well. That's my point.
That's not enough for you. You also need a boat. Is that what you're saying?
Well,
I'm the god of the sea, Mike.
Yeah, but I'm not a sea creature, so I still can get mashed up by it.
Okay.
So have a boat.
All right. That would make you
be
feel
more confident in your ability to actually.
I can literally part waves, Mike. I'm the god of the sea.
Yeah, but Moses did that as well, didn't he? Apparently, with a couple of sticks.
You
there you go.
It wasn't impressive. Like, oh yeah, but Moses did that. You're a bit late to the party, man. Yeah, what else you got?
Yeah, apparently he did it with a couple of sticks and his mate. his mate. His invisible friend.
You mean Jesus? Is that what you're talking
about?
No. Oh, God.
Wow, yeah. Yes,
all
Jesus. Right. Your version of the Bible. Why not?
Why not? It might as well be Iron Man, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, because Moses travelled to the future. Said, look, Jesus, man, I'm going to need some help. All right?
Oh, dear.
Okay. Trust Pavlos. This is how he speaks. Neptune is indeed the Roman equivalent of Poseidon.
Poseidon, that's what I was trying to
Lord of the sea. Thank you, Pavlos. Lord of knowledge. Made it sound like, innit? Neptune is indeed the Roman.
Yeah.
Pavlos.
Sounded like he's in a,
You could have said, yeah, it's Neptune. But no, indeed.
He's the Merovingian from Matrix. Right?
Yeah.
You did not know that, did you? Do you think that's real cake you're eating?
Yeah. Is it a program? You see. Yeah. Anyway. Yep. So that's your new name, Pavlos. Merovingian. Anyway, we have gone way over time. Yes. So same time, same place next week.
Hopefully.
Send us your suggestions of regular subject matters that we can cover.
Yeah.
You can clearly see we're still in a fleshing out stage.
Yeah. Anything you think would make a good conversational topic, or anything you just want us to discuss because you want to hear our points of view on it, then just send that in. You know, and we'll see what we can do with that.
Yeah.
May not be good, but
we'll see. We'll try, and that's all we can do.
That's all we
Pavlos has given us one more. Get out of giving money to someone in the street asking, sorry mate, it's only contactless. That's true, unless they have one of those, because apparently
they're walking around with contactless.
Some people have contactless.
Beggars.
I've heard stories, but this might be just like an urban myth. You know, like
Freddy
Krueger and the beggar with S contactless. Yeah, exactly the same thing.
Be wary.
Yeah. What's the other one? There's some other films like that. Is it like Skinny Man? No, was it
Slender Man?
Skinny Man. Wasn't that a rapper in the 90s?
Yes, it was.
Maybe he's an urban myth as well.
I don't know. It's all connected somehow.
It is.
More things for us to discuss next week, though, mate.
Yeah. What happened to Skinny Man?
Is he Slender Man?
Yeah. Actually, no. I'm not even sure if I want to dig down that road and find out it's a really fucked up story. So yeah.
Actually, yeah, it's probably for the best to find out that, you know, he died horribly or something.
Yeah,
make us feel really.
Or he's not skinny anymore.
He's not skinny. He's ruined my story, Mike. Look at him. He's at least 109.
Ruined our joke many years later. All right. Anyway, this is Mike and Dee. I hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you for your participation. I can't even speak. Jesus Christ.
It's been that long of a show, Mike.
Yeah, but I think I sounded like that at the start of the show.
Oh,
I hate listening to myself on the show. It was like some drunk brother was just being punched in both lips and got just a bee sting on his tongue. Yeah.
All right, somebody get him out of here.
Yeah, that's the thing. Sometimes I sound like, you know, a bee has stung me on my lips and tongue.
What, your whole mouth just swollen and yeah. No, I don't think you sound that bad. It sounded right. Maybe just be a little self-conscious.
Yeah, well, you know, you do that, innit? It's like when you watch yourself on film, like on your film reel.
So it gets you into all kinds of trouble.
Exactly. But don't you find yourself, when you look at yourself on film, you just look and you just see all your imperfections?
Yeah, it's like, is that what I really look like?
Yeah. Is that what everyone else sees? That's the question.
Yes.
Does everyone else see how messed up this is?
But you're the only one who thinks it's messed up. Nobody else thinks it's messed up. I mean, how often do you walk down the street and see someone and think that person looks messed up?
Well, that's true.
You know what I mean? They probably
not very often, but it does happen.
Sometimes.
And it happens to all of us.
It's like, God damn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, no, you're right, mate.
Yeah.
I think
beaten
you're okay.
with ugly sticks.
He was already ugly, but they needed to make sure. So,
all right. On that note, guys, thank you for participating. Same time, same place next week. That is Madtalk with Mike and Dee.
Madtalk,
8 p.m. until 10-ish.
Yes. Yeah. So have a great weekend, and hopefully we'll see you next week.
Absolutely.
All right. Take it easy.
All right.
We're out.